Yes, this music always makes me a little sleepy.
That's what you're going to say, brings you down.
Hey, it's the Bob and Tom Show. Look at that. We're in the O'Reilly Auto Parts Studios. Christy Lee at the Silac Insurance News Desk.
Hello. You look more tan today than you did yesterday.
I know. This is the trouble I have.
It's a phenomenon.
Yeah,
Did you say that to him too?
No, but it's true.
It happens every time.
I'm not sure that we need to get a dermatologist, something about the melanin or whatever it is.
I think my melanin is my melanin switch, which is at the back of my neck.
It delayed a little bit?
No, it's everybody has it at the back of their neck. It got jammed.
You are dark.
I know.
Yeah.
I know. My father were alive, I'd have a conversation with him. I'd tell you that. Hi, Pat Godwin.
Hey, Chick.
How are you, buddy?
Pretty good.
How about a song this first hour? That'd be fun, huh?
I got stuff.
You got stuff?
Yeah.
All right, there's Josh Arnold.
Hi.
Ace Cosby's here. We're in the O'Reilly Auto Parts Studios. I am Chick McGee, and hello, good morning. Thank you, Tom, for bringing me an iced tea. I appreciate that. You mixed it right in there in the break room with the fine Java House mixins and showed me how to do it.
You're very welcome.
And poured it. It was great.
He's a mixologist.
Yeah.
Quickly, we should get to a couple things. If you went to bed early, the Pacers, of course, involved in the NBA Finals.
Yes.
With Oklahoma City, and the Pacers never led the game until there were, was it 0.3 seconds left?
Yeah.
And you know what Christy said? If you're going to lead for just 0.3 seconds.
That's the ones to lead for.
That's right.
Well, that makes sense.
That's the one to lead for.
Them's the ones to lead for.
Tyrese Halliburton scored with 0.3 seconds left for a two-pointer, a jump shot, and Pacers' first and only lead of the game. Last-minute comeback kings of the playoffs did it again. They beat Oklahoma City Thunder in Oklahoma. Go on, Oklahoma. 111-110. Game one of the NBA Finals last night. Game two on Sunday night.
I mean, this puts me in a great mood. I'm openly a fan of the Pacers, so I will.
Oh, yes.
I will take that side. But between that and the fact that last night on Jeopardy, one of the questions/answers was Mr. Ed.
Oh God!
I mean, how could life get any better?
Isn't?
And then today, on my way in, I stopped.
You saw Mr. Ed?
No, I stopped. I was at this gas station, and this guy comes up to me that I don't know, and he goes, "Hey, Tom." Oh, hi. And he goes, "Who played Maxwell Smart?"
Oh, God. That did not happen.
It did. I swear to God, it just happened.
Please tell me.
And I went, "You mean Don Adams?"
Yes, please tell me.
And then I went, I've always wondered, you know that song 99 by Toto?
Yes.
Is that about Barbara Feldon, who was, of course, the femme?
Well, Tom,
Agent 99.
I think Barbara Feldon and 99 and Get Smart was roughly 40 years before Toto formed, I think.
Yeah.
No, but those guys are all my age. So they would have come of age when
They have a history of singing about famous women.
because
They were struck
Roseanne
by-
is about Roseanne Arquette, right?
Right.
The always odd-looking and never attractive Barbara Feldon.
What?
I will die on this hill.
I'm surprised to hear this.
I absolutely.
You didn't think she was pretty?
Nope. She could eat an apple through a picket fence. A lot of teeth.
It's not all you can eat.
Hey.
What?
Nice.
No, I
heard sack.
no. Anyway, Mr. Ed and Maxwell Smart on the same morning, and the Pacers with a huge win at the last second.
Hey, this is a big day for you.
I'll be very curious as to see the ratings because they always whine about the fact that New York and L.A. aren't in it. And
Tom, you're aware that Don Adams and Barbara Feldon had a illicit love affair.
they did.
Did?
Yes, one night they were going to a doggy style. I don't mean to be so.
No, that's fine.
Graphic.
We're adults here.
He slipped and went into the where she didn't want it.
Yeah.
Let's just say that. Yeah. She
Right.
goes, hey, you really shouldn't be in that hole. And he goes, well, I was going for the other one, but I missed it by that much. There's a way to,
No, that was it. You nailed it.
There's a way to shorten that, but
No. The anticipation of I thought there was going to be some 69 joke or something really smutty, but no.
What happened to all the great? I guess Get Her Done, but that was Don Adams. I missed it by that much, or Maxwell Smart. Actually, I said it almost every show.
yes, yeah. If he didn't say say it every show.
And that was a Mel Brooks production.
Yeah. And Buck Henry.
And where did they, how did they find that guy? Don Adams, so weird.
I had a stand-up comedy album of his when I was a kid.
From the comedy circuit.
Yes, he was a stand-up.
Wow.
Oh, okay.
He did this big, long bit about Hitler.
Oh.
And the real star of Germany at the time was a guy named Ziggy. Because when every time Hitler spoke, you'd hear him going, Zig Heil, and they wanted Ziggy to come out. He made him a person, and
Hey, the country needed a release at that time.
Yeah.
We can look back now and go, geez, that seems tasteless. They needed some sort of valve.
Kind of humor-free. But,
laugh-free.
but I mean, there were just guys that were just such characters. Guys like Paul Lynde.
Oh, yeah. Paul Lynde.
I love Paul Lynde.
Yes.
You know who I was thinking about yesterday? Don't ask why. It makes zero sense. But who was Gary Collins? Was he just a talk show? Was he just like a spokesman?
Well,
there's two Gary Collins.
I'll speak for Tom. There are two Gary Collins. One was number 86 for the Cleveland Browns. He was
So
a
not
wide
him.
receiver, but not him.
Had a blue Corvette.
What was that show he was on?
Laughing, right?
No, Gary Collins.
I wanna
was,
He was a talk show
it
host.
was like
So he was never an actor or anything. He was just a face.
No, he wasn't. Was he? No,
Was he on
wasn't
That's Incredible
no,
or one of those?
No, that was John
Oh.
Davidson.
Oh.
John Davidson, Kathy Lee,
Yeah, I gotta look it.
Crosby, and Fran Tarkenton.
Oh,
That's right.
I loved That's Incredible when I was a kid.
So did I.
What about Real People? Where'd you say?
I didn't see that.
Never saw Real People.
Those were really groundbreaking shows. Now there's lots of clones out there.
Lots like that.
But
It says American actor and television host, but I don't know.
thought
what
he had
ever-
like a local talk show in L.A. or something.
he was married to Marianne Mobley. That's right.
And her claim to fame.
we're going way back. It's the time machine. I know. I'm
I
getting
remember
lost.
seeing
Here.
him when I was a kid, and we're going, who the hell is this guy?
Well,
He
I
was
mean,
attractive, dude.
did you say that about everybody?
Did you go up to Gary Collins and go, who the hell do you
Who do you
think
think
you are?
Yeah.
You know,
I just never knew if he was an actor and then became just a sort of a spokesman guy.
but there are a lot of people that are famous that you really can't quite pin down exactly why. Especially with reality TV.
And YouTube. Now I just chalk it up to, they must be internet famous.
Yeah.
Yeah, he was a guest star on a lot of those. He starred in a couple of shows in the 70s, and then he became a guest star. He was like that go-to guest star in like The Love Boat and, those kind of things.
But we live in a culture. The other day on this show, we brought up Mr. Beast, who I want to say has 370 million
I've heard of him.
subscribers on YouTube.
And I had
Unaware
never
of
heard of
And
him.
you'd never heard of him.
I feel horrible.
He's like the biggest thing on YouTube.
Yeah.
It's one of the biggest things in the
I'm
world.
not a YouTube tuber.
But I'm just saying, here's someone who's incredibly famous in one sphere, but
Sure.
we now live in a culture in which, for example, Josh has never watched a basketball game.
yeah.
Now,
No, I did. I've watched a basketball game.
But you don't
I don't.
prefer to.
And then I went, this isn't for me, and so I didn't
Yeah.
watch anymore.
You know what basketball is.
Yeah,
though.
yeah.
I'm not being critical. I'm just saying it's perfectly.
Right. But I have watched basketball games. I don't anymore. I don't. Yeah, it's not for me.
It's like you go to see your very favorite band. It's this incredible concert. You see the security guys bored as hell.
Yeah.
They couldn't care less on
No,
it.
they're not allowed to look at the action. They're supposed to watch the crowd.
Oh, I know, but I mean, you can tell that they.
You can't have a
Look at it.
security guy sitting in a seat eating popcorn, watching the game, cheering.
I always like it when you can see him kind of nodding there.
Yeah.
It's like, that's a band they like.
Yeah, wait a second. Joe Walsh is going to play. Hold on. Wait a second. I got to pay attention now. Coming up, this is going to
Wait a
be.
minute. This is important. Gary Collins and Marianne Mobley hosted the Pillsbury Bake Off from 1984 to 1988.
Wow. How about that?
That's
So
an
that
early
answers the
baking
question:
show.
what was recorded on Gary Collins' voicemail? Hello, this is Gary Collins. Yes, I'll do it.
Is he still with us?
They both probably
No, he
Always
died.
gone.
He died at 1 a.m. on October 13th, 2012,
It was murder
Really? That
of
long?
natural causes.
by Mary.
Sorry to hear that.
Mobley murder.
Now, coming up, what is one of my favorite topics of the year? I stumbled on this article called something like I forget what it was, the top 11 things every 18-year-old should know. And this really hits my sweet spot
It's all of our sweets.
of talking about things that adults should know.
What do you mean?
That's fun.
Well, which is it?
Like maybe
18-year-olds or adults?
Like how to change a tire?
Yeah, exactly.
okay.
Exactly.
I got you.
Yesterday, I stumbled upon a story in Canada. They're actually offering courses in this because these Gen Xers are going, hey, I don't know how to do all these things that I need to do to live life.
And this woman has expanded this article to 100 things you should know. And by the way, there's a couple on there I don't know yet.
There's a lot in there.
I hit 18 a while back. And Pat, you would.
way.
It's like buzz every time you're going to get there. A lot of stuff you don't know how to do as an adult.
Absolutely.
It's very exciting. One thing I know how to do as an adult is get the perfect Father's Day gift.
Yes.
What would that be?
Father's Day, big deal coming up very soon. That day is
Sunday.
Father's Day. Nope, I don't think it's this Sunday.
Not this Sunday, but it is a Sunday.
It is a Sunday. It's a Sunday coming
It's Sunday, June 15th. It's a week from Sunday.
Yes, that's right. And I've got the perfect gift idea for dear old dad. It's Raycon's Everyday Earbuds and Raycon's latest model, better than ever. 32-hour battery life, multi-point connectivity, pair 2 devices at once, and Raycon's quick charge function. I'm not sure how this happens. 10 minutes of charging, get you 90 minutes of battery. And Raycon's also have active noise cancellation, but not a premium price. And Raycon's available in many, many colors, and also a 30-day happiness guarantee return policy, although this reporter has never heard of such a thing. So go to buyraycon.com/Tom, and yes, we have a special deal for you. You get 15% off Raycon's best-selling everyday earbuds. Right now, Raycon, 15% off their best-selling everyday earbuds. Go to buyraycon.com/Tom. Put /Tom on there. Show some love. That's buyraycon.com/Tom.
Thank you very much, Chick McGee. Duke Tomato, the Duke Tomato Trio, and the Brass to Mouth Horns tonight. Art on the River in Port Huron, Michigan. Well, that'll be exciting. Speaking of Michigan, I got some letters from there. More Idaho mail. It's getting very exciting, and more Florida mail coming up. And lots of other really cool stuff today. I'm really excited about this list of things we need to know. Very, very exciting. I can tell you this, we're in the O'Reilly Auto Parts Studios, and for sure this is the Bob and Tom Show.
Break up with your brewer. Switch to Java House. Amazingly smooth barista quality cold brew in seconds with no equipment required. Just peel and pour over hot or cold water. Effortlessly easy. Coffee, teas, hydration and energy drinks, hot cocoa and more. Order online at javahouse.com. Java House, the official coffee and refreshments of the Bob and Tom Show.
Dear Allie, I went on a 1-week cruise with my wife on our honeymoon. I got sick for 2 or 3 days, so my wife was on her own. I found out now 2.5 years later that she hooked up with a guy on the ship, no sex, but they dined together and they made out and had romantic evenings. She said that she stopped it before anything serious happened, and it's my fault for leaving her alone on the cruise during this romantic period. And what else was she supposed to do?
What else was I supposed to do, Josh?
Sickness and health.
I had a honeymoon with someone. I only found out because I happened to glance at her Facebook messages. Should I forgive her?
Yikes. They only made out, I guess, if you can. But what's that Facebook message say? Like, are they still in contact?
No, it sounds like from past Facebook messages, because I would think it would be a problem if they're still in contact, but I'm not positive.
Well, who believes they didn't have sex? I mean, come on. Wake up and smell the shrimp on the buffet.
Yeah, that's a tough one.
Yeah, I didn't even think about that. Yeah, Chick's right. Probably, if they were going to get that romantic. and they had his own cabin.
And she seems a little bit defensive. What else was I supposed to do?
Yeah, that's weird.
That is wild that your husband, it's her husband, it wasn't her boyfriend, it was her husband, was sick.
New husband.
On her honeymoon.
I missed the honeymoon part.
They were on their honeymoon.
Bail, get out.
Yeah.
No, I mean,
Done.
if you're asking, then you don't want to forgive her, so just go.
And the guy who she hooked up with, what single male goes on a cruise?
I think lots do.
Really?
Yeah. Pat?
That's a fair question.
Yeah.
You don't see a whole lot of that.
What do you mean,
don't? Okay.
alternative
Well,
lifestyle
there could be
men? Is that
groups
what
of
you're
guys
talking
or
about?
girls.
Yeah,
That's
groups
true,
of guys.
too. On a group vacation, yeah. Well, no, I'd get out. Go.
Ugh,
On a honeymoon, I think that's a deal breaker.
Yeah.
Yeah, you're kind
But it
of...
was 2.5 years ago. He just found out about it.
she
But
just-
I'm still with you. That's honey. I don't think our marriage is what I thought it was.
No, you have
Not at
set
all.
the tone.
Yeah.
She's not a
And she
good
wasn't like,
person.
I'm so sorry. It was a mistake. There was a lot of booze. It was romantic. I was missing you and really horny, blah, blah, blah. But instead, it was like, well, what do you expect me to do?
Yeah, that's rough.
So how many other times
Not
has she
be a
cheated?
whore. That's what I expect of you on my
You
honeymoon.
would expect that.
I know that's weird.
Those are fair.
I want that written in the vows, not be a whore.
Maybe I'm being unreasonable.
All I want is for you not to be a whore. Is that
Those are my
okay?
vows. Is that romantic enough for you?
Man, sorry that happened to you. That's rough.
Dude.
Gosh.
Also, he got sick. It's not like they got into a fight.
Yeah.
You know, if
Or he's like, I'm going to go play poker.
Right.
Yeah.
Right.
Yeah.
Exactly.
The man was
Like,
ill.
go do your
Well,
own
wait
thing.
a minute. Why didn't she just stay home with him when he was sick? If it's their
nurse
It was
honeymoon?
him.
she had to have a honeymoon with somebody, she said.
Yeah.
Well, that's
Exactly.
ridiculous and stupid.
It sounds like he was on the boat and just sick on the boat.
Yeah.
How do we know that she didn't poison him and get him sick?
Oh,
Because she
wow.
saw a hotter
What else do we
man
have?
out there.
She should have finished the job.
Yeah.
Yikes.
Yeah.
Yeah, that's what she should say. Do you know what happens on cruise ships? You're lucky you're still alive.
No joke.
Honeymoons
I
go really badly for a
toss
lot of
you
people.
overboard in a heartbeat.
Swim with the sharks,
All I did
bitch.
was make out.
Oops, she slipped.
Tell them you're on your honeymoon.
Yeah, but accidents happen, don't they?
Hey,
Let's go
when you're
watch
up-
The Magician.
When you're up in the Lido deck, it gets slippery.
Yeah. And then the next thing you know, douche right
A lot
in
of
the
water.
Right in the water.
Let us know what you end up.
You hear
having.
somebody calling for help? I don't. Let's go eat.
I don't know where the lifeboat is. Let's go.
Hello, my name is Alexa. Are you looking for Bob and Tom Radio? Well, it's on me. Just say, Alexa, play Bob and Tom Radio on TuneIn.
Welcome back to the Bob and Tom Show. We're all here in our places with bright, shining faces. Some might say maniacal. There's Christy Lee and Pat Godwin, Josh Arnold, Ace Cosby. I'm Chick McGee. We're in the O'Reilly Auto Parts Studios. Think O'Reilly Auto Parts for all your car care needs. Get the parts and service you need fast, jiffy quick from the professional parts people at O'Reilly Auto Parts. Hello, Tom.
Well, this portion of our program, typically we read letters, which I really enjoy. And if you want to get them to us, it's Bob and Tom at bobandtom.com. And I've got a stack of them here, but really, really enjoy it. So thanks so much for taking the time and trouble to write. We try to get to as many as we can. Lots of different topics. And whatever's on your mind, we're happy to entertain that. Real quick, like I said on the way in here, stopped for gas, and a guy walked up to me and asked me who portrayed Maxwell Smart. I mean, like, what a weird. Hey, it's 4 in the morning, and I've got a guy walking. Hey, hi, aren't you Tom?
He knew you were his go-to guy for
And
that,
he
though.
knew you would know.
And he was delighted when I told him that's the great.
You stopping for gas
Don
early in the morning. I
Yeah,
don't
that's
see that. That is
weird,
odd.
isn't it?
What's
You don't
so
do
odd?
that normally, do you?
He's yeah, you're
Well, see,
paranoid.
Pat, here's this interesting thing I found out.
Yes.
When I get in my car, there's this light now that goes, you have 3 more miles of gas. Really shouldn't ignore that.
Is there a rule about that? Like I've heard, I still got 25 miles when it says such and such.
Oh, right.
Isn't there, or is it a hard, fast rule when it comes on, you're out of gas?
It depends on the car.
Yeah.
It does.
My daughter had a, what was that? It was a
Subaru?
Jeep, no, it was Jeep Cherokee. That at one point, very good. That's very good. My son drives a Subaru.
Oh, no kidding.
Yeah.
Oh, he likes women.
So does his wife. He likes women.
Yeah.
I don't know about her.
I'm gay for women.
This is awkward.
But I got in my old house. I got in the car. It said it had seven miles left.
It digitally reads out 7 miles.
It was, and that was her Jeep Cherokee.
Wow, because mine will go, when I get around 20, all of a sudden it just stops giving me numbers and says, you need gas.
Yeah.
So
Well, how about the finer numbers?
So no, but here's my point. So I you know where I used to live, the gas station was less than a mile away. I went up the hill, took a left turn, ran out of gas on the bridge over the freeway.
Okay.
Sam had to come get me.
So clearly there weren't.
So now you're paranoid about it.
Well, yeah, but I'm too stupid to remember to put
I think
gas
they
in my
shut
car.
down a little sooner so that because apparently, like if you actually just run out of gas, it's so bad for your car. So they might give you
in this case, it did. It's happened to me twice with other people's cars.
But did you go 3 miles or less?
No.
Yeah, exactly.
I was went up the hill.
Right.
So
was your car messing with you, or
it was her car? But no, I don't know. I'm just
maybe
saying.
even going up the hill.
Yeah,
maybe
could
that's
be.
what happened.
So you have to. I really am glad that the car has that thing.
Yeah, sure.
And the one I have now actually tells you, it little asks you a question. It goes, do you want me to direct you to the nearest gas station?
Mine does that.
Oh, thank you.
Yeah, mine does that. Isn't that nice?
But Pat, there's a gas station on my way here that's always crowded. It's right off the freeway, and there's always trucks and stuff there.
So you don't
went
think
the interstate the way.
So you don't think anything nefarious would happen at one that was crowded, right? A lot of witnesses.
Yeah.
Is that what you're saying? Yeah.
A lot of truck drivers are not going to let anybody screw around with you.
They're situated right.
They're honest guys. They're out there working hard.
You were approached by somebody. You were probably like, whoa, what's
Is there
this
a
guy
truck
over
drivers police force? I don't know.
Yeah,
about.
but this
What are you talking
guy,
about?
I wasn't worried about this guy. He was wearing.
I was worried about this guy because he was wearing.
I wasn't worried about him.
Oh,
Because
he was wearing the kind of shorts that Josh wears that I used to be able to wear that I can't wear anymore.
Cargo shorts.
He was wearing cargo shorts, black socks, white tennis shoes. This guy wasn't going to mug me.
You don't know that. He could become the black sock mugger.
Yeah. He could be the cargo killer.
No, he had,
Right?
he had real thick glasses.
Well, this just in, the cargo killer struck again. Longtime radio host, in quotes, Tom Griswold.
So to answer your question, I think it depends on the car with that system, but
but I haven't ran out of gas for 40 years, I bet.
Oh.
I've never run out of gas
once
in my
every year
life.
for me, once every
This is why I can't get an electric car. Because for sure I'd forget to charge it.
That's my point too, because I have a hybrid.
They are you'll never run out of gas.
Well, that's
The hybrid.
but do you? But because it'll say you only have 20 miles left on your gas tank. Does the electric motor kick in so you can still get
I have no idea.
to the gas station?
I think it would be a selling point if electric cars, as they're starting to lose power, low power, your radio would.
Yes.
I think that would be fun.
I guarantee that would send people to the gas station.
That would send people
It's funny.
to at least want to test drive it to hear it do that.
right.
I think that would be great.
So we just stop to go. And now weekend weather.
I want to test drive a Cybertruck so I can go through a graveyard and see the bodies.
There was a Cybertruck.
What?
What?
Yeah, if you go, it's because it detects people around you. If you drive through,
it's one of the.
Are you kidding?
No. It's a viral video. A guy took it into a graveyard, and I don't know what sort of
Are you serious?
video contraption he had, but you can plainly see a silhouette. Well, more than a silhouette.
It's
a white. It looks like a classic
One guy-
ghost, but in a person shape walking around the car.
Yeah, one guy walked into a grave, and it detected people walking around his car.
Are you serious?
Yeah, yes.
Well, according to the video, but who knows what's AI anymore and what's not. But
They sounded freaked out.
it looks real AF.
Well,
AI.
But you can also go and detect corpses.
Yeah.
Now, coming up in the news, this is funny you'd bring this up. We have a news story today about a contact lens that has been developed that you can see stuff even with your eyes closed.
I don't understand.
It detects a certain type of molecule. I don't know what it is, but it's, there's a lot of stuff coming up down the road in the world of technology that's interesting.
Yeah, I saw a headline that said they can now record your dreams and play them back for you.
Oh, cool.
I don't want to ever see that.
I don't want to see the one I had last night.
Oh, I do.
I think that was
Oh, did you have a good one?
Oh, dear
It
God.
sounds like a Black Mirror episode.
That was a plot on Black Mirror.
Yeah.
Yeah, you could be in the future. You can choose your dreams. And,
All I'm saying is
and then it goes wrong.
this one couldn't be broadcast on.
All right.
Oh, good for you.
You've been having a lot of those.
Yeah, so someone in that dream's not going to be walking right for a week.
What's the joke where I dreamed I was eating a marshmallow? I woke up, my pillow was gone. Is that a
Yeah, that is a dream.
Is that the joke? Okay.
Hey, hi. If you're just joining us, this is the Bob and Tom program coming to you happily from the O'Reilly Auto Parts studios.
And it's time for letters from our listeners, brought to you by Hyundai, presented by the all-new, all-electric Hyundai Ioniq. IONIQ.
Ioniq?
Isn't it Ioniq, don't you think? The Ioniq 9. Space for up to 7. Range for miles.
The 5-seater is the Ioniq pentameter. Thank you. Yes, thank you very much. Little T.S. Eliot joke for those of you that faked your way through college like me.
I have a letter.
Here's Christy.
This is from Valerie. Valerie says that her young man, her son, is going to be 5 today.
All right.
Happy birthday, Grant.
Grant, jump on the couch, Grant.
He's our biggest little fan, and because of us, he wants to grow up to be a radio DJ, he says.
Excellent,
He's
Grant.
totally hooked on all of us, and he'd love to know all of us personally. So we would like to say a very happy birthday to Grant, who lives in Fairfield,
I'll
Ohio.
tell you this, Grant, it's never too early to start talking like this all the time.
Hey, Mama, I'll tell you what, Mama, I'd like you to pass me that oatmeal, but first a little bit of traffic and weather. Right now, Dad's upstairs putting his tie on. He's going to have a little traffic problem because you parked your Jeep in back of him. He's not happy about it.
Hey, wait a minute. Here comes Dad. Oh, it looks like he's in a rush. Okay, it's my dad. He'll be back. He'll be back.
All right. Yeah.
Speaking of rush, here's Working Man.
Get him, Grant.
The working man.
There's nothing. I've got one of my neighbors is a 5-year-old little boy.
Yes.
It's so funny. He's just the greatest guy. Hey, Tom.
I love that.
Can I come pet the dogs? Yeah, come on out here, Pen. And he comes out. And he's just so intrigued by the dogs. And I always think that if the dogs could talk, they'd talk just like him.
Aww.
I got him his favorite football team jersey for his birthday. It's a little tiny one. Said to his mom, "You realize you're going to have to wash this every day for the rest of his life."
No, he hasn't in
Give me a hug
years.
on mine.
Well,
What now?
Hugged you?
Tom gave me a big, deep hug.
Are you
A hug?
serious?
You're
Hugged you?
a dirty liar. He doesn't hug anybody.
Hasn't hugged any. Yeah.
I have
It's a dream I had that I want to replay.
I have a dumb question for the day here. Someone's going to help me with this.
Well, that's Friday, dumb question day.
We were talking about running out of gas, and because I was putting gas in my car a little bit early this morning. If you have an electric car, can you carry around instead of a gas can?
Oh, like an extra battery?
Can you carry around like a little extra battery, or or similarly, is there like a truck service, a tow truck service? Do they have
a quick charge thing?
A quick charge thing to?
Yeah, I'm sure they do.
I don't know. I don't know either.
That'll be the big. Isn't that the hurdle right now? Is that when it's an equivalent of pulling over to getting gas on a trip, you pull over and get charged in about the same time it takes to get gas?
Well, they've got some that do that.
It's real close right now.
It is?
Yeah.
Our electric guy is off today, so you need to hold these questions.
Well, the last time I rode with him, it took about, we had to get lunch.
Right. Yeah.
So,
see, that's a hurdle.
Yeah.
But it's coming.
Yeah, I dragged my car off to get serviced last time, and the guy gave me a ride home in a Tesla. And we stopped at the Target store. They've got that big charging thing.
Yeah.
We just sat there for 10 minutes. He gave it a little juice, enough to get to my house and back. So, but I have no idea. I'm just wondering, can you, because you've never seen a guy, can you imagine, you've never seen a guy hitchhiking holding a battery. Hey, my car's down the road. Can you?
That's pretty fun.
Take me back to my car to get it. I don't know. Is there such a thing as like a mini?
There would have to be like a truck.
I don't know.
Well, there'd have to be a truck, but I'm wondering is there like a handheld thing where you enough to put
like the gas.
4 miles on your thing. So
Be smart if they don't. Somebody should develop that.
I'm sure the geniuses of the
I can change the battery. Do car batteries still weigh 320 pounds?
Yes. I have to do that tomorrow.
If you're not careful with your touch your shirt, it'll eat through your shirt. It's real fun.
Also,
You can't just throw them away. Where do you take an old battery, by the way?
I just throw mine away.
Plenty of creeks around here.
Yeah.
Oh yeah. No, like on my way to work in the morning, I got like 5 or 6 batteries in the back. I'll pull over, I put the flashers on,
sure,
and then I dump them in the ditch and drive off.
Oh my God!
What are the odds? There's a close.
Is that where the 3-tailed squirrels live?
Yes. They love it.
I saw an albino one the other day.
An albino squirrel?
An albino 3-tailed squirrel.
Oh.
And you're in Battery Park, they call it.
Battery Park.
So why are we talking about this again?
I forget.
Oh, because
somebody ran out of gas
this morning.
Well, some of this has to do with a topic we'll be discussing later about the things you should know when you're 18.
Oh yeah.
Oh, one of them is how to jump a car.
Yeah, that's important.
This happened
that real
well.
See, I know
it's gotten so tricky now.
Because to find the battery.
My old car, not the one I have now, to charge that one, the thing was in the back.
What?
Oh, really?
The negative post or something.
Yeah,
the battery was in the back.
Yes, it was so weird.
Are you sure?
And there was a little thing that was marked, and you clipped it onto that, not onto the battery.
But every time you do this, don't you still go, oh, God, I hope I have them on the right one?
Now, Tom, you said the battery was in the back. Are you sure that your car just wasn't backed into a space or something?
Could be. But the main point was you didn't put it on, what's it called? The anode? What is that thing called?
Anode,
the nipple tit, whatever that's called.
What?
The nipple tit. Yeah, that's
it's called the nipple tit.
Yeah.
No, the tit nipple.
Nipple.
You know what I'm saying? That gray thing.
Yeah, you got to take that off.
I think there's a bush in there, too. A nipple tit.
Yeah, okay.
Right.
I'll leave it to you guys to go right there.
Well, the other interesting thing is no matter what kind of car you have these days, if you have an issue with it, you can go to YouTube.
Yep.
Yeah, you sure
That's
can.
so true.
I found out how to. I was curious about the following process. Someone would come to my house and change my oil in the driveway, and then they drive off, and I never meet them. They just charge the credit card. I leave the keys in the car. I don't have to do anything.
This is perfect for you. You don't have to interface with a human being.
Right.
Exactly.
The ideal day for you.
So the guy texts me and goes, I can't figure out how to reset your oil change indicator. So, So I went to YouTube and it did.
Yeah, you got to hold down 10 buttons at the same time.
Explanations, and it's just like, okay, and by God, it works.
Well, here's a complicated one. My old house was built in 1930, and for reasons that are too complicated to explain, the garage was trapezoidal.
Okay.
So, and
Hang on a minute. Trapezoid.
It was like a square with a triangle on the side.
Nope, that's not it.
There was a car in there that was at an angle, and so it couldn't be towed out.
Oh, geez.
Oh,
because there's a stone wall, and the guy goes,
Get a dolly.
well, that's no joke.
No,
the guy goes,
dollies,
yeah,
sure.
but it's going to be $1,000 and 2 tow trucks.
Oh, you put salt on the floor. That way it slides right.
Anyway, to make a long story short, the guy goes, well, there's a way you can do this, but we have to get it out of gear. And the car wouldn't come out of gear. And it was an English vehicle. Mm-hmm. That's all I'm going to say.
Oh, I know exactly.
For those of you that own one of these, I'm sure you're on good terms with your mechanic.
Yeah, an R&R.
So we had to figure out how to get it out of gear. So I went on YouTube, and I'm not kidding. It was some really delightful.
You have to use like a paper clip and put.
You've heard the story. No one ever would have guessed that.
The Mercedes is like that too.
So the guy, some Southern guy going, well, here's what you do, and you had to go into in a million years you wouldn't guess it. You had to go with where you put the glasses. Mm-hmm. What's that called? The cup holder. At the bottom of the cup holder, there was a little tiny hole. You had to put a paper clip in that and take the bottom off of the thing, and then you could reach down, and there was a orange a ripcord.
And
you pulled that, and that would take it out of gear.
That is just design engineers having a little fun with whoever they're going to sell that car to.
But this guy with the tow truck guy, he goes, I know how to get every kind of car made out of into neutral. And he goes, I couldn't figure this one out, but there it was on YouTube, and it was some good old boy. Happy, it was great. But if you have trouble, go to YouTube, and there's someone that knows everything about your car, like getting yours back into the oil meter, whatever the hell it is.
Right.
But so thank you, YouTube.
Yes.
All that knowledge floating around out there. This has been a really good letter segment. We haven't gotten any letters yet.
No.
I put the blame on myself.
Oh, yeah. Happy birthday, Grant.
Yeah, great.
Grant's 5 years old. He's going to be a DJ.
Yeah.
Hey, I'll tell you what, that hot chick is my mama.
Maybe we should play 5 for Friday for Grant. Whatever, if he has 5 requests, we'll play them.
Oh, he's 5 years old.
Yeah.
What he wants to
What if they're all the filthiest bits? I want to hear head shampoo.
Well, sorry, Grant, but the FCC doesn't let us play that anymore because, let's face it, they're old white-haired pricks that don't know what comedy is.
Oh, that helps.
No, don't do that.
Sorry.
Boy, oh boy, you beat everything. You know that?
Your mom must be swell for her to take the time to write that
Yeah,
letter.
it was
Yeah,
a very
it's very
sweet, and I, made it condensed, but it's a very sweet letter.
Does Grant need a stepdaddy? Gotta get a look at Mama. But,
She said it's become our daily tradition to listen to your show, just like it was for me when I was a little girl listening with my mom.
Hey, you know what, lady? Cram it.
What?
Right? Does she realize how old she's saying we are, which we are, but there's no reason to highlight it.
Wait a minute. You're missing the whole point here. She's,
Oh, you think all I'd have to do is walk in and go, "Hi, I'm Chick McGee," and it'd be over?
yeah.
Probably.
And what's the perfect woman is what? What's the rule? 1/3 your age plus 2?
The Honorable Elijah Muhammad tells us. Half my age plus 7. Yeah.
Oh, plus 7. Oh, half. No, it's way too high.
Yeah. I thought I had that all worked out.
This portion of the Bob and Tom Show is brought to you by BetterHelp. BetterHelp is all about accessing therapy. And we've talked a little bit about this. The late, great Jimmy Irsay used to talk about kicking the stigma. And what that's all about is just getting everybody to understand that seeking counsel or mental help or mental health help or therapy is not a bad thing. There shouldn't be a stigma to it. It's okay to be struggling with certain aspects of your life. I think we all are. And strength can come from opening up about things. And talk therapy has been extraordinarily effective for people forever. And in today's culture, it's become a lot easier to get hooked up with a really proper and licensed therapist. In fact, more than 35,000 are working with the BetterHelp program. Find out what I'm talking about by visiting BetterHelp.com/BT show. The idea is they'll hook you up with a therapist, and with a click of a button, you can be meeting with that therapist online. And it can be with a camera on or with a camera off. It could even be texting back and forth. It's up to you. And BetterHelp has a huge number of therapists, like I said, more than 35,000. And they have a variety of specialties. And by the way, you can switch therapists anytime. No additional fees are involved in that. It's the largest online therapy provider in the world. BetterHelp can provide access to mental health professionals. And again, a diverse variety of expertise. So check it out and talk it out with BetterHelp. Bob and Tom listeners get 10% off their first month at BetterHelp.com/BT show. That's BetterHelp, HELP. BetterHelp.com/BT show. Coming up, a really interesting article about things every 18-year-old should know. And things like changing a tire and how to swim, et cetera, et cetera. Some really fun stuff. And then I've come up with an alternative list. Things that might be important to know. Such as that.
Faking a paternity test, things like that.
Yeah, contacting a decent attorney.
Practical solutions.
Yes, yeah, having a go bag.
Right.
Yes.
So you can
filing the serial number off an automatic weapon.
Yeah, all these things.
These are 6x6 hole.
Yeah, these are important things. Why you shouldn't buy Visqueen and a shovel and lie at the same time. Yes, we are in the O'Reilly Auto Parts Studios, and this is, of course, the Bob and Tom Show.
This may come as no surprise. This is a song about farming.
Oh.
Farming, okay.
Okay.
1, 2, 1, 2, 3. Oh yeah, I think that farming should all be done by hand. When I see your tractor, I wanna hoe your land. I want to hoe your land. I want to hoe your land. Yeah, you got that combine, which I don't understand. If you were to heathen, you go and hoe your land. Now go and hoe your land. Please go and hoe your land. When I'm hoeing, I feel holy inside. But John Deere tractors are forbidden. I can't ride. I can't ride. My mule sure is something. He don't cost 20 grand. When I feed him carrots, he helps me plow my land. He helps me plow my land. He helps me plow my land. Und wenn wir plowing, we feel happy outside. I used to have another mule, but he died. But he died. But he died. You English, with your tractors, you'll surely all be damned. If you were so lazy, you'd go and hoe your land. Now go and hoe your land. Please go and hoe your land. You better hoe your land.
All right. The original song, The Electric Amish.
Ace had nothing to do with this.
No, but Ace and I did play donkey softball.
I don't care about that. There was a donkey in this building that you and I were leading
was that
around.
I can never remember.
Mammoth Jack?
A Mammoth Jack. Now, was that considered to be a donkey or a mule? That's a donkey,
I don't know what the difference is.
Don't you get a horse and a mule to make it? Wait a minute. What is it? Horse and a donkey make a mule? Something like that?
I don't know.
All I know
it's
is
like algebra. I forget how it works.
His hang down was unbelievable.
No, Pat,
you could almost hear the mechanization start when he had to urinate.
A semi-famous woman who actually worked here had this gigantic animal
rack,
and it was the size. It was this bigger than a horse.
Yeah, it was
huge. And we thought it'd be funny to bring it in the building.
And what happened?
And but we were concerned that it would defecate somewhere in the building. But we brought it in. We took it all around. We had fun with it.
Had picture behind the general manager's desk.
Oh, we thought it was so funny. And then we were having a great time. We were on the air. We were on the air, and then we Chick and I took it outside.
Yeah, and then
what happened?
It knew. Somehow it knew to go ahead and pee. Urinated, and it was like a fire hose.
Yeah, we never even thought of that. If that had happened in the building, they would have had to replace all the carpeting and half the furniture.
Yeah. What was its name?
Jack.
Oh, Jack. That's sweet.
No, I don't remember.
I'll have to dig it up. But we have pictures.
Find out.
Turtis.
Hey, Turtis.
Well, there he is. There's Tom.
Look at him.
Yeah, there's Tom. That's the general manager's desk.
Huge.
Yep. Look at the size of that thing.
It's beautiful.
Oh, yeah.
You
really
can almost see his dork right there at the back.
Oh, yeah. You can kind of see how it's...
it's
real black.
He was like a prize mule, I think.
Yeah.
He's a handsome fellow.
Yeah.
Well, thank you. Oh, you mean the donkey?
Yeah.
Look, Tom, you're wearing the same clothes you're wearing that day.
He's got cargo shorts on.
Hang on a second.
Those shorts?
Yeah.
No.
Same shirt, though.
Look at the gut on Griswold. Look at that.
I think the shirt's kind of baggy.
Whatever, Tubby.
I never knew you were a
Chubbs. Whatever, Chunkles. What do you weigh there? About 350?
Oh.
You're over 3 bills. Look at that.
You're easily 350.
You guys are totally being mean now.
Well,
come on.
We had to be mean to get him to put the fork down.
Save his life. He's got a cow heart, isn't it?
So I want to just pause for a moment.
You look like you ate Bob.
I'm all the way at the back of the office. That photograph above the donkey on the upper right. That's a hockey team, Josh. I don't know if you can see. Every guy in that hockey team had a huge mullet. Mm-hmm. It was that era.
Yeah.
And
visual and boring.
And the
now,
donkey.
wait a minute. You're saying that was a hockey team. And they all had the same haircut. And they
unfortunately we don't have that.
A mullet.
Is that desk still in the building?
Is that desk still in the building? I mean, this is bad off the air talk.
Yeah.
We're off the air.
I walk out.
I'd be down the highway.
Now, Josh.
Here at the Bob and Tom Radio Laboratories, we've discovered that if you listen to the Bob and Tom Radio Show in the morning, you're going to be all right. However, if you don't listen, there could be some serious side effects, including general discomfort, memory loss, head spins, confusion, memory loss, itching.
Bob and Tom mornings on 104.7 WTUE.
Confusion, itching, bloating. Ah!
Hello, my name is Alexa. If you have a smart speaker and what to hear, Bob and Tom Radio, just say Alexa, play Bob and Tom Radio on TuneIn. Now, you try it.
Alexa, play Bob and Tom Radio on TuneIn.
That's the first smart thing you've said to me since you took me out of the box.
Only leading for 0.3
3
seconds.
seconds, yeah.
But it was the 0.3 that you want to be winning. And
The end.
we'll be hearing some cool broadcasts from that in a minute.
Hey, welcome back to the Bob and Tom Show. Christy Lee in her actual leopard skin top.
Boy, I had to fight for this one.
Well, it was worth the battle.
Thank
Let
you.
me tell you that. There's Pat Godwin.
Hey, chick.
I'm wearing possum underwear, if that means anything.
Oh, are you really?
Oh, yeah.
Sweet.
Well, those are easy to catch.
I wear them inside out, though. Ho, ho, baby.
Putting the O in opossum.
Oh, ho, ho.
Where you put the tail in the front. Remember that.
Oh, yeah.
Okay. There's Josh Arnold. Ace Cosby's here. We're in the O'Reilly Auto Parts Studios. This is Chick McGee speaking. Hello, Tom.
Hello, Chick McGee. We've got to get to some letters here.
Yes,
Tom
we do.
Christie is wearing a leopard shirt, and we're joined by Mr. Paul Lind. I don't know if you see. Hi, Paul. How are you?
I'm good.
Good to see you,
Now,
Paul.
Paul, what do you call a leopard without spots?
Oh, completely cured.
Oh, Paul.
Well, that is,
He's incorrigible.
it's a little rough. Letters, do you want me to start or do you have one?
And morning team, you are great.
Oh, thank you very much.
Pretty much straight ahead. This is from Mark. Until today, which is him writing yesterday, I was not familiar with the strawberry alarm clock.
Oh.
Or the electric prunes.
Now, once again, sadly, the lead singer of the Electric Prunes died, lived a long life.
Nothing sad about it.
Yeah, it was one of those kind of pivotal songs in that so-called psychedelic era.
Pivotal.
Did you say pivotal?
He said pivotal.
Yeah, I think it's iconic in a way.
Iconic.
Did you say iconic?
Yeah, it's not any good. Don't get me wrong. The song blows, but it is of an era. Let me play a little bit of it for you. Here we
Please
go.
do. Yes.
It's like an LSD trip with this awful, phony
It's kind of the worst
sitar in it. Yeah,
the worst of that ilk.
Mark continues, I wasn't familiar with the strawberry alarm clock or the electric prunes, or as I like to call them, the prunes, so I decided to give them a listen. I was not born when they were popular, but I do like their sound and will be listening to them this summer with my Raycon everyday earbuds.
Well,
This
that's
guy
okay, then.
knows all the buttons to push.
All right.
One thing that I noticed, though, in 1967 video for Incense and Peppermints of the strawberry alarm clock, I have not checked this out, Tom. Pictures of early to mid 80s Tom Griswold has a very strong resemblance to the drummer of the strawberry alarm clock, Gene Gunnels.
Is that right?
Gene Gunnels. Is that? I'm not familiar with Gene.
I am not either. Gunnels is just like it sounds. Gunnels. Gene Gunnels. Just wanted to pass that along, Mark says. By the way, yes, that's the only thing I had to do today. My life sucks.
Mark, I also I recommend the band. This is a real band. Dave D, Dozy, Beaky, Mick, and Tish. Have you ever heard of those guys?
No.
They're boy. They were around 64, something like that.
Really?
Yeah. And they have a great song called "Hold Tight," and it fits. It's got that. The beginning of that song, the Prune song, reminds me of the Dave
can't
D,
believe
Dozy, Beaky, Mick, and Tish.
Tom doesn't know that band.
You'd love it. You'd love that.
What are they called again?
Dave D, Dozy, Beaky, Mick, and Tish.
I approve already. I like.
Is there a girl in the band, Tish?
No, I don't know who.
Let me tell you something. If you're putting us on, you're going to have a problem.
I am not. I'm not.
You didn't just make that.
They also have a song I love called "The Legend of Xanadu."
Well, now
I mean it.
All right.
Now, the Strawberry Alarm Clock, explain why we like them besides their...
Ed King from Skinnerd was in Strawberry Alarm Clock early on. He's a California boy. He wasn't actually from
The
Florida
South,
or Georgia or wherever, but he did play with Leonard Skinner.
Jacksonville is the source of Leonard Skinner.
And in this reporter's opinion, did all the best stuff with Skinnerd. And
Well,
of course,
that-
Ronnie sang, but I mean, he had all the good guitar riffs.
Ed King was fantastic.
King was a monster.
But he was in the Strawberry Alarm Clock.
Yes, he was.
So,
Well, and Incense and Peppermint's such a cool song.
Yeah, that is.
Yeah, it is.
That's like a great example of that type of
Prunes.
and then we got into a big argument because I claim that the electric prunes led to the electric flag, which led to the electric Amish.
I don't think that's right.
It
Tom?
just isn't.
Just because the guys from the Amish don't admit that.
No, the electric Amish.
It's like the guys from Skinnerd won't admit that they got the name Leonard Skinner from the song Hello Mudda, Hello Fada. You remember Leonard Skinner?
They've said that
They go with Gym Teacher, yeah.
Here's
What
the
about
problem.
Electric Mayhem? We're forgetting about that. The
That's
Muppets band.
You get these theories.
See, that's where they got the name.
Have you found Gene Gunnels yet? Because now I'm looking.
It says there's a picture of him on the band's website. So I haven't had time to get that.
There. Oh, this is him not that long ago. So.
Does he look like me?
Anything like Tom.
He's a black dude.
No, this guy.
Oh.
He's very tanned.
Oh, no. That's who Tom thought was a black dude.
Hang on a second. That's very funny.
He looks like Gordon. He does kind of look like Gordon from Sesame Street.
Oh, here he is in a swell hat. How about that?
I see no resemblance.
No, there's not
at all.
No?
Maybe we got the wrong guy. I don't know.
No, it's Gene Gunnels of Strawberry Alarm Clock. How many could there be?
Okay.
He's a drummer.
Coming up, we have a really interesting story about things that every 18-year-old should know.
Oh, here he is from back in the day, the center top.
That I see.
There you
that's
go.
More of a
That
resemblance.
looks like Tom.
Yeah.
Okay.
When Tom had hair.
Okay.
Right.
Yeah, until he got syphilis and it all fell out. You
That's
remember
right.
that.
It wasn't syphilis. It was tertiary gonorrhea.
Oh.
But it was worth it. That's what you told me.
Oh, yeah.
Whatever.
Some
it was.
nasty, nasty stuff.
You get to tertiary. Ooh, baby. What's next?
Okay.
So far, we've
More
read.
sports
Am I
coming up.
correct in saying we've only read 2 letters?
2 letters.
We have some cool sports audio coming up,
Yes, we
not
do.
to be missed.
Yes, we do.
Josh, you'll enjoy it especially.
Oh.
If that's a sentence. Especially interesting for Josh. How about
I believe it's especially.
Okay, good. We are especially happy to be here in the beautiful O'Reilly Auto Parts Studios, and this is the Bob and Tom Show. The great thing about my mom's bridge club was she would make delicious desserts for the ladies.
Oh, she didn't have the Brock's Bridge mix. That was always my favorite.
No, she'd make apple pie. She'd make apple tarts.
Oh, she was amazing. Yeah.
I forgot about Bridge Mix.
Oh, yeah. My grandmother used to have that.
Man.
Bridge
Did you
mix.
ever bang any of your mom's friends in the bridge club?
Come on, man.
You know you
Fess
did.
up.
No,
Did you
know
at least
you
think
did.
about him while you were learning about
Who
it?
was the oldest woman you slept
Can
with?
I write down the joke I wanted to?
Hang on a second. Who is age?
Hey,
Just
no,
the age.
just-
A gentleman never discussed
Oldest
such
woman you slept with.
Or how many years older was she?
Than you.
Was it an old whore?
Just flat out.
I want to apologize to the members of my mom's bridge club if any of them are still alive.
I didn't say they were. I didn't say it was them. I said it was you probably employed a whore.
That is completely false. Oh,
So
God.
you never had sex with someone?
I never normally do this, but I would like to partake in one of your
Excuse me.
women of ill repute.
Excuse me.
Who's the oldest?
Ruth,
Venmo
I
someone?
understand you're quite good.
Do you have a Millicent on staff? Or
Is there a QR code?
I understand this is a cash only proposition.
I just returned from the
Does
haberdasher.
this include the tip? Or probably get a lot of tip jokes, I guess. If you want more than the tip in, it costs
my
extra. I get it. I know. Did we get back to Bridge Club?
It
Okay,
was a
bridge
whore.
club.
Well, I know it was. I could tell when I hit on something. You banged an old whore
That is
like a
just
sailor
not
on
true.
leave.
when you were 18, 19.
You learned about
And
love.
she was 30.
It's all lies.
She kept saying,
No, she was like 58.
it was like Brighton Beach. Get over here and let mama hug you.
Yeah.
Yeah, that's
Over here,
exactly.
honey. Yeah.
Kiss mom.
A young Jonathan Silver.
Stick your tongue out for mama.
The reviews are in, and America can't get enough of Chick McGee's Silac commercial. Fanatical fans everywhere are even watching it in reverse. You know, this actually kind of makes sense. Truth is, you won't be finding any retirement checks in your mailbox until you first go back into your house and log on to SilacINS.com. At the Silac website, you'll even find a special link just for Bob and Tom listeners. Hey, hold on now. This part shouldn't be going backwards. There we are. It's SilacINS.com. Don't go backwards in retirement. Look forward to your retirement. Look into an annuity from Silac Insurance.
This is what you're getting into.
Okay, let's hear it. Oh, yeah.
Come on, baby. Everyone's doing it.
But I've never done it before.
Your brother tried it and he loved it.
My brother? What?
Okay, I'm gonna turn it on. Ooh, I hope there's batteries in it.
Batteries?
The Bob and Tom Show, mornings on 95.7 QMF, Louisville's classic rock station.
We should wake up with Bob and Tom every morning.
Well, that sounds good to me. No problem here. Get up and get it on.
Grabbing rebounds, Turner blocking shots, Hallie passing the ball around. These guys are hot. Boom, baby.
Hey, welcome back to the Bob and Tom Show. At the Silac Insurance News Desk, it's Christy Lee.
Hello.
Hello, Pat Godwin.
Hey, Chick McGee.
What do you have ready to go right now?
Oh, Tom was talking about YouTube and the things an 18-year-old should know. So I have something for that right in front of me.
There's Josh Arnold.
He threw the ball to me.
That sounds exciting. Ace Cosby's here. I'm Chick McGee. We're in the O'Reilly Auto Parts Studios. Hello, Tom.
Hello, Chick. Hello, everybody. We have to move forward here. Do I need to set up the...
Oh, you didn't do the story yet, so it's up to you. It's about what 18-year-old should know.
Okay, well, I think I want to get a little bit of sports audio out there because we have somebody that will bring Josh around. Josh is a little bit crabby because we're talking more about basketball than hockey.
Why did you do that?
Why do you do that?
He hates
that. Let me tell you something.
Ergo, I did it.
We were sailing right along.
We were having some
There's nothing wrong with Josh.
No, I know. That does not bother me anymore.
Doesn't bother me any less, but I know that.
Josh is a hockey guy.
Right.
So we're going to do just a little bit of basketball, and then we'll have hockey tomorrow.
Tomorrow we're not here.
That's exactly right. What have you got?
NBA Finals, Tyrese Halliburton scored with 0.3 seconds left for the Pacers' first and only lead of the game, and Indiana last-minute comeback kings. They did it again. They beat the Oklahoma City Thunder 111-110 in Oklahoma City last night to take Game 1 of the NBA Finals. Here's what it sounded like. Mike Breen on the... Well, let's see. No, it's not. Okay, this is the English. All right.
Halliburton looking. Halliburton driving. Pulls off. Jump shot. It's good! With 0.3 of a second remaining. Tyrese Halliburton does it again.
Amazing.
Just shuts that place down.
I did.
Yeah, it's like somebody shut a door.
Man.
Hey!
Yeah.
Here it was the same play in Spanish.
La oportunidad para los Pacers. No le queda nada a este partido. Será Halliburton de nuevo. A ver, Tyrese Halliburton a distancia. Quemando las redes. Tyrese Halliburton. Por cuarta ocasión en esta postemporada. La oportunidad para los Pacers. No le queda nada a este partido. Será Halliburton de nuevo. A ver, Tyrese Halliburton a distancia. Quemando las redes, Tyrese Halliburton. Por cuarta ocasión en esta postemporada.
You know, he spills more. He's got more under his fingernails than guys do.
Yeah.
You know?
The chicks dig him.
Here's the Korean version of the Tyrese Halliburton winning shot.
I mean,
you picture them hugging each other, like jumping up and like putting their arms around.
Okay, now I'm going to ask we're going to vote. What's your favorite? So it's only fair we play the Korean one again.
There's no doubt. Can we get it in Japanese? Do we have that ability?
It sounds very similar to the Korean.
It sounds real similar.
They sound like they're Pacers fans.
I defy you to tell me the difference. But no, I don't want to influence you in any way, but I've already heard these, and I think this is my favorite. This is the Portuguese broadcast. Hang on to something.
Bola pra ele, pro homem clutch da temporada, Halliburton no jumper, ela cai! Ela cai! Deus, diferente dos...
Wait a second. Is he on the toilet?
Yeah, that made an audio of a blumpkin.
he goes into it for no reason at all. And we have to play it again.
Bola pra ele, pro homem clutch da temporada, Halliburton no jumper, ela cai! Ela cai! Deus, diferente dos...
Is someone that or someone's being strangled?
How do you make that noise? Is he
That's the
making
way
that in the base of his throat?
That's the way they celebrate joy in Portugal.
You know, it's weird. My neighbor's a bicycle guy, and he just got back from Portugal.
Of course, they're going to ride a bike right to Portugal.
He did.
And he said it was just the greatest, and he'd spent the previous 3 weeks going across Spain. But he's the second person in a week to tell me that Portugal is like the greatest place on earth to go visit on vacation.
I've heard
Portugal is Spain's lazy stepchild.
I was thinking about it because he drove his bicycle by the that place where the waves are 20 stories high or whatever.
Oh, that's fun.
Yeah,
that must have been amazing.
He said it's incredibly cool.
He rode his bike by it?
Well, they drove through town, and it was an organized
bike tour.
But I keep hearing all this great stuff about Portugal. Maybe it's time for a trip to Portugal.
Do the show from Portugal?
Do the show from Portugal?
Well, I wonder what time it is in Lisbon.
It's probably 6 or 7 hours ahead of
Portugal?
us.
I would guess 5 or 6 probably.
Yeah. I can find out. That's easy enough.
I don't know. I kind of like
44th on my bucket list.
Where would you go? Where would you go right now? My bucket list right now would be Vietnam, New Zealand, and Portugal.
Vietnam, New Zealand, and Portugal.
New Zealand's probably in my top 15. Australia's probably my number
I've
one.
always suspected you working for the Vietnamese Chamber of Commerce because you've always said Vietnam is beautiful.
Remember, what's his name? Anthony Bourdain was asked where he'd live. If he could live anywhere, and he said he'd live in Vietnam.
And it haunted him his entire life.
They're 5 hours ahead of us in Lisbon.
That'd be great.
So it's noon right now.
Start the show. Yeah, start the show at 11 in the morning.
Have a couple of our Brazilian race car drivers stop by. They can at least speak the language.
Brazilian.
I thought you were going to go with Brazilian ass, but apparently,
well, they of course shaved the.
Okay, I made an executive decision.
Americans the best. The rest confuse and scare me.
I think. See if you agree. This is the one I think's the best.
La oportunidad para los Pacers. No le queda nada a este partido. Será Halliburton de nuevo. A ver, Tyrese Halliburton a distancia.
The Spanish.
Quemando las redes. Tyrese Halliburton. Por cuarta ocasión en esta postemporada.
That's light.
It's sexy.
That one sounds very professional.
Yeah, professional.
You can hear him saying after the thing goes in, what just happened. Play the Portuguese guy again.
Portuguese.
Bola pra ele, pro homem clutch da temporada, Halliburton no jumper, ela cai! Ela cai! Deus, diferente.
I wonder if that's the equivalent of his home run call.
I bet it
has to be.
Or was that like the choking thing? Was that what? Maybe that was.
Maybe that's.
Was he making the choking sound?
Could be.
I don't know.
No,
You're making a big jump.
Another question: were those guys physically there?
Yeah.
Or are they watching the game in Brazil or Portugal?
Sure, they're there.
Yeah, they're all
like
right
they're there. Yeah.
Worldwide press credentials. Heck yeah.
That's amazing.
Oh, we can't forget the Korean one, though. That'll only be fair.
That's my favorite.
Are there 3 of those guys?
I hear 2.
I just hear 2.
This is like trying to figure out how many guitars are playing in a Skynyrd song at the same time. I think there are 3. Play it again.
Yeah,
You hear the Is that the guy in the next booth going, ah? There's like in the background.
Hi, he's here too.
I bet that's the lady being murdered in that song.
Oh my God.
Love Roller Coaster.
Yeah.
Ohio players, yeah.
It would be the very same.
Mm-hmm.
Roller coaster. Of love. Say what?
Okay, here's a question. This is a callback from yesterday, and I apologize in advance as stupid as this is. You made a reference to the famous scream a couple days ago. Maybe it was
the Wilhelm
scream. The Wilhelm scream.
Yes.
Which has been used in movies. Has that ever been used in a rock song that you know?
Oh, I don't know. I'm not sure.
And there's no fee for using it, right?
Yes, apparently it's public domain.
Okay. I wonder if it's in a song somewhere. It would make sense.
It would.
Throw it in there. Okay, well, there's another thing we can, and I apologize again for bringing that up because I don't know the answer, but we'll look forward to finding out. Now, we have more letters to get to. We have a song from Mr. Godwin coming up.
And we have the song that Josh was talking about earlier. What was the name of that group that kind of...
Oh, Dave D, Dozy, Beaky, Mick, and Tish.
Man, that is quite the name. How do you remember that?
It's just so weird.
Are they a contemporary...
No, they were 60s Britain, part of that...
the British invasion?
Yeah, sort of that psychedelic freak beat.
Here's just a little quick glimpse, if you will.
Oh, this must be some sort of awful live version.
But yeah, I can see what it is that...
Yeah.
That ilk. We'll certainly look forward to getting some more of that. Now, what have you got coming up in sports?
I've got all sorts of things. Aaron Rodgers, he made a decision. And we're going to talk about Coco Gauff and who she might be marrying.
Coco Gauff?
That'll be it.
And we're going to talk to the ayahuasca dealer in Pittsburgh.
Ayahuasca?
Whatever the hell it is. Yeah, he's
Pittsburgh. Let me tell you about Simply Safe, the do-it-yourself home security system. You can install it yourself, or you can have somebody at Simply Safe do it. They'd be glad to. The one thing for sure, though, you'll have peace of mind once it's guarding your compound. Simply Safe has Active Guard outdoor protection that helps stop break-ins before they happen. It's kind of like Minority Report. It's pre-crime. That's right. AI-powered cameras and live monitoring agents detect suspicious activity around your property. And guess what?
What?
Simply Safe's monitoring agents can proactively deter crime before it starts. They can turn on spotlights and even call the police. And you know, Simply Safe was named Best Home Security System of 2025 by CNET, and 4 million plus Americans trust Simply Safe.
Including Chick McGee.
I do.
Including us right here. We got it.
I'll pick up my phone and take a look at my kitchen. And Simply Safe ranked #1 in customer service by Newsweek and USA Today, and monitoring plans start around $1 a day. And they also have a 60-day money-back guarantee. So here's all you do. To get this incredible deal, go to simplysafetom.com to claim 50% off a new system. Correct me if I'm wrong, but that's half off with a professional monitoring plan and your first month free. 50% off, first month free, simplysafetom.com. There's no safe like Simply Safe.
Thank you very much. And by the way, if you speak Portuguese or Spanish or Korean and you heard those basketball calls, and if there's anything in there that we missed, which would be virtually all of it because none of us speak those languages, we'd like to know if there are any hidden funny things in there.
I believe seam in Portuguese is yes. I think I learned that on a Seinfeld episode.
What?
Yeah, seam.
So if you're seamless, you're SOL.
Nope.
Good to know. Fine. We are currently in the O'Reilly Auto Parts Studios and happy to be here. And this is the Bob and Tom Show.
Alex and Christian are both great competitors. That doesn't always translate to a smooth workplace.
Hydrate, hydrate.
Boom. Productivity around here? Not smooth. Excuse me 1 second, guys. That's it. One of you get me a coffee.
Want a barista quality coffee fast? With Java House, you just peel, pour, and enjoy. No complicated brewer needed. Amazingly
smooth.
Not smooth.
Well, there he is. We're going to be joined by Randy Feltface is joining us.
May we call you Randy, or do you prefer Mr. Feltface?
No, I'm very happy with Randy. Let's keep it informal.
Sure.
Yeah.
Mr. Feltface, Randy Feltface. I detect a slight accent. Where are you from?
I'm from Australia. I'm from all the way on the other side of the planet.
I see.
Yes. It's so exciting to be here, though. Look at this beautiful studio set up you've got.
Isn't it something?
It's very nice.
It's fantastic.
Thanks for dressing up, wearing a tie. You look good.
Thank you. Yeah. I thought I'd wear my little vest this morning. Am I looking at you, by the way? I have no idea.
Yes,
Great. I've got you. I got you. Fantastic.
Very dapper.
All right.
Yes.
Thank you.
Thank you. Randy Feltface is a touring comedian. Do you mind if I ask some personal questions?
Please go right ahead. This is what I'm here for. I'm here for a scoop.
Are you a single man?
I am a single man. Yeah, very difficult to have relationships on the road. I am constantly on the road. I tour all year round. So my only meaningful relationships are with the people who work in the Delta Sky Lounge at LaGuardia Airport. They are.
That is a nice one.
That is pretty much all I got going on, my friends.
Do you use the dating apps?
I don't use the dating apps. No, I'm not on the dating apps. I find when you're only in town for one day, the investment in planning ahead. What am I going to do? Get 4 cities ahead? Try to hook up dates? No. I generally just walk around the streets, just screaming for attention.
You move well, I'm sure.
Thank you. Yeah, I'm quite the mover. This is yeah. You should see me. Yeah.
Hey, there he is.
Yeah, look at this. I've got all the moves. You should see me with a katana at a Monopoly game.
Do you is it fair to ask this? Do you have a type? If I were to ask your friends, hey, listen, we were talking with Randy Feltface. Is there a specific type of,
Nah, not picky at all.
Really?
No. Again, in town for 24 hours. I'll take what I can get, really. Yeah.
I see.
Yeah.
How often do you get back home to Australia?
Well, I've been on this particular tour just for a couple of months. So, I was there for December, January. I was there for the Christmas period.
Nice.
And then, love the Christmas in Australia, the hot, summery barbecue weather. Very different to here. Different to here.
It's all backwards.
I know. How about that crazy southern hemisphere? Am I right? Anyone who's with me?
Yeah.
Who's with me in the morning?
Anybody?
I know.
Now,
I'm actually here to audition for the show. I feel like I could be a permanent fixture.
Sure.
If you got any news stories, throw me something and I'll just come back with some wacky quip.
Okay.
What do you got for me?
We'll call on Miss Jessica. You got a news story?
What do you got, Jessica? Come on. Don't let me down.
Officials in New Mexico announced that the state produced more than 53,000 tons of chili during the last growing season.
Wow.
Meanwhile, New Mexico's governor signed legislation that established the sweet smell of green chili roasting in the fall as the state's official aroma.
Oh, roasted green chilies.
So
you have official aromas?
Apparently.
State aromas. Okay, call in on WXFTP. We're getting calls on, what radio station is this? What's the call sign?
Very many. Just keep going.
Oh, there's too many. Oh, it's syndicated. I've already failed the audition. Call in with your favorite state aromas. Come on, that's got to be a call in waiting to happen.
What is there a national aroma in Australia?
White squirrels.
Oh, how about that?
Yeah.
Who knew?
Yeah.
I had a moment where my girlfriend thought she was pregnant. Mm-hmm. And by the way, ladies, if you suspect that you're pregnant, tell the guy during the day. Don't wait until you're about to go to sleep.
Oh.
Because that's what she did. She's like, I have a cramp. I might be pregnant. Good night. I'm like, no.
Good night.
I don't think so. I go, well, let's find out. Well, what are you going to do? So I, hauled butt to Walmart.
Yep.
And
got a test.
Got myself a little test.
Doctor in a box. Yeah, I know.
2 o'clock in the morning. And of all the times to get recognized, I walk into Walmart in the night shift. Hey, Fluffy. I'm like, oh, great. What do you need? A miracle.
All right, here's some tickets to a Grateful Dead concert.
Right. So I found the aisle where they sell the pregnancy test, and I realized something. Walmart has figured out the evolution of how life works, and they put it in aisle 4. As soon as you turn the corner, you see condoms. Then you see lubricant. The next to the lubricant, you see pregnancy tests. The next to that, you see Pampers. Next to that, formula. And at the end of the aisle, they sell beer. It's a full circle.
Welcome back to the Bob and Tom Show. Christy Lee's here. There's Pat Godwin.
Hello.
My ex-friend, Josh Arnold.
Hello.
What
Ace
happened?
Cosby's here.
Hey, I think he's just speaking the truth.
Okay, fair enough.
I don't know how to get into this on the air. We probably shouldn't talk about it.
What was it?
Finding the Lord. We're in the O'Reilly Auto Parts studio.
Yeah, they had words.
Yeah.
We had words.
Could we
even know we had words.
Oh,
It's always amazing when I find out I was part of an argument.
Yeah.
Oh, yeah.
I feel the same way.
No. You, Tom, should not feel that way. You know exactly what you're doing every
I know that Josh is a big hockey guy. And
he's mad because we've been talking about the NBA.
I get it. That's fine. And we decided tomorrow we're going to talk hockey. And the Canadian team from Edmonton is are they the ones you want to win?
Yeah, I kind of am rooting for the Oilers this time.
Yeah, what's his face? Connor McDavid. He's often talked about the current debate is can Connor McDavid be considered one of the greatest players ever without a cup?
Did they skate last night, or were they off last night?
They were off last night.
Okay.
By the way, I want to congratulate everyone who watched the pregame last night on ABC that didn't kill themselves. That's some of the worst broadcasting I've ever seen.
Well,
I didn't see any of that.
You're lucky.
Let's not name names.
Oh God, unbelievably embarrassing.
Really?
Oh yeah. Now, what is a superstar? They went back and forth on that for 10 minutes. Morons talking. But speaking of morons talking, I'm your host. And we have...
We're in letters, Tom. Hello, gang. I'm in central Nebraska, and I live in a rural area. I have a large enclosure right in front of my house where I keep my peacock, along with some chickens.
Nice.
Okay.
Everyone I know advised me against getting a peacock because they are so loud. I said, quote, it won't be an issue. They don't make much noise. All this big, beautiful bird does is scream all day long, day and night. And by the way, chick, your impression of my peacock scream is spot on. I am the one listener that truly appreciated all of this. That's from Riley in Nebraska.
Okay, I got a letter here. It's very short, and he doesn't set it up, but it involves Christy. And Christy, you mentioned that your dogs like to watch you on the toilet.
Yes.
I know you were trying to make it broadcast friendly, but the term "on the toilet."
Well, now I sit for both of my
How about
processes.
she was voiding,
And they know that they follow me everywhere. So there
she
they
was
are.
feeling pressed.
Yes.
Yes,
she was carrying low.
Yeah, no, I have absolutely the same issue. And as you know, when I built this new house a few years ago, the one concession that I did, because I do have a urinal. Ace has actually been there and used it. I have a urinal in the main bathroom area for the larger bedroom, whatever it's called.
The master, the main
suite.
Primary suite.
Yeah, whatever they call it.
Yeah.
In any event, the dogs always follow me in there too.
Yes.
This guy wants to know, Christy.
Yeah.
When you take your dogs to the bathroom,
I don't take them.
do you circle 3 times before you sit down in the toilet?
Hey, that's not bad.
No.
What is it? I don't know what one of my dogs does that every time.
My dogs do it.
Every time.
Yeah.
So I know.
They've started going on the deck now. I don't know what that's all about.
I had
like
that.
The grass.
That's
Do
a
you
message.
have that?
I had that when she was a puppy. Joey was a puppy, but
Can't let him do that.
it started when
Actually,
it
it's
snowed.
not bad. It's easy to clean up.
No,
I don't
that's
mind
disgusting.
I like flipping it out into the yard to see how far I can flip it out into the yard.
What do you mean it's disgusting? It's on the wood. You just pick it up, put it in a bag. You pick up the dog poop on the yard when you walk the dogs. What's the difference?
It's not my yard.
Yeah, I know. I've heard about that from somebody.
Have you ever heard this? I was walking out to the mailbox, and there was a lady and her dog, and the dog is crouched and on the toilet and making the big transaction, and I'm walking up the driveway, and I'm just thinking, she doesn't have anything to pick that up with. But she did, and all was well. But I think I would have just laughed if they would have left.
I always pick it up. You're getting complaints about my dogs pooping in somebody's yard?
No.
Okay.
That means yes.
I always I carry bags. I always take it with me.
Yeah.
I don't leave it behind.
Maybe they just don't want you letting your dogs poop in their yard. I
Well,
don't.
then maybe they should put a fence up.
Have you?
Have you seen the signs with the little dog that's crouched and it says no? Please stay off my lawn or something. It's a
I
little.
wonder what the big deal is if they
a
pick
little
it
dog.
up.
Have you considered they might not like you?
Oh, that's possible.
Yeah.
And now, because when I crap on their lawn, I leave it there.
Have you ever heard it called shrimping?
Shrimping?
No.
When the dog goes out to poo.
No.
They hunker down like a shrimp.
Yeah, they curl their back.
Curl their back.
I have not heard that. Let's move forward here.
I got another letter.
Oh, okay, what do you got?
I'm getting a shot of rum here. Hang on. I love this letter so much. I hadn't seen the Dear Show. Long-time listener, many-time writer. Chick, welcome back. You were talking about peacocks on yesterday's show, and I had to chime in. I work for a general contractor in sales estimating, and about 6 years ago, I did a sales call in very rural Commonwealth of Kentucky. Mm-hmm. Like rural in all caps, Kentucky. Hilly, a lot of winding, narrow roads. I came up on one hill, and at the very top was a massive peacock blocking the road. I had to come to a standstill and wait for this bastard to move. While waiting, I looked to my left, I looked to my right, and yes, more and more peacocks were appearing and circling my car.
Oh, no.
And I thought, well, I didn't expect to go out like this. That's Kevin from Winchester, Kentucky.
That must have been eerie.
To conclude the bird hunk of our program, this comes to us from Brian. He said, I haven't heard much about Andy lately. That's Christy's husband.
Yeah.
Is it because Christy has him on 24-hour bird feeder duty? Now, you have to mention this, that you've had 2 of your bird feeders confiscated by the raccoons.
You know what they did yesterday? They took the whole shepherd's hook down, the whole thing. They brought it all the way down to the ground.
All right, raccoon.
And broke the hummingbird feeder.
Oh, jeez.
This is every day now.
It is.
They're sending a message.
Yeah.
You need
but
a-
I did get the Cajun birdseed Bob. Why did I call you Bob?
It happens.
Yes, the resemblance.
Usually I'm called not as good as.
And it really has helped with the squirrel thing. The red squirrel did not show up.
They don't like to eat that bird
They
feed.
don't like the Cajun spicy. They don't like the spicy bird seed.
Oh, okay.
Yeah, that helped.
That's right.
Would you please have your husband, Andy, call in for proof of life? By the way, Christy, this is Brian continuing. I have no sympathy for you losing your bird feeders to raccoons.
Jeez.
In the last week, I have lost 2 hands to a rabid raccoon during the day.
What?
What?
To what?
Oh, hens. Sorry.
Oh,
Jesus.
Sorry.
What?
I thought somebody chewed
2 hands. How'd he type?
They chewed his hands off.
Sorry.
I was like, I know.
Typing with his nose.
I'm going to say the ending says dictated, not read.
No, he actually, it does say hands,
Okay.
but then I can tell he means hens because he said they each laid eggs on their last day of life.
Oh, man.
Oh, you're right. That's a lot worse.
Isn't that what happened to Oskay?
Yeah, his hens kept
broke in
getting-
and
Yeah, the raccoons, they ate all his
Killed the
chickens.
chickens.
headless chickens running around, bloody
Well,
mess.
I've been taking all my feeders in now at night. Screw them. I'm not.
What about a pellet gun?
You know what I do? I'd put all the feeders right there in your living room so you keep an eye on them. You can get up in the.
I think you take them to bed with you.
That's right. So you can wake up and go, oh, what about the feet?
Put them in the garage. It's
All
okay.
right, okay. Welcome back to the Bob and Tom program. If you're just joining us, we are in the O'Reilly Auto Parts studios, and as I mentioned, this is the Bob and Tom show. What's happening over there at the sports desk?
Aaron Rodgers is reportedly planning to sign with the Pittsburgh Steelers anytime today.
Ayahuasca. Isn't that the name of the drug he likes?
Is this a surprise or is this?
It had been
Rumor.
for quite a while, and yes, but it's just his process he goes through every year. And we've been doing this for how long? 10
Many years.
Yeah.
6 years, 7 years.
He'll have another mundane season, and then people in Pittsburgh can complain about him.
You know they will.
Yeah.
Aaron, he's 41 years old, 4-time NFL MVP, ended months of will he or won't he by informing Coach Mike Tomlin. And here we go, Steelers. He intends to join the team for the 2025
Should
season.
have stayed in Green Bay.
To
Damn it.
all Steeler fans who know football, they all said the same thing. Yay. The Steelers open the season September 7 against the New York Jets, his old team.
Oh.
How about that?
Hope he does great. It'll be fun.
Why do you always?
Because I think the guy's
side
great.
of the wrong side.
I would just love to see him do really well.
Well, he's done really well.
I know, but I'd like to see him do it one more time.
It's over. Get out.
Make Mike Tomlin look like a genius.
Know when you're done. Leave.
Okay.
Take the silverware and go. Don't make trouble.
Take the silverware and go.
Right.
I like
That'd be a good T-shirt.
Just get out.
Okay. What else you got?
I don't have anything else.
Really?
There's nothing else in sports. Not even a world record.
You did not give me a world record.
Oh, that's because it was so stupid.
Oh.
I'll try to find another one.
Imagine how dumb it must be.
Stupid world record.
You've got to have one over.
Oh boy,
Let's hear it, Daddy. Give it to me. Give me all you got.
Okay, sorry. I apologize in advance. I said it was stupid.
Okay.
If I'm not even sure, I may have even erased it. Sorry. Yeah, give me a minute. We'll have to come back to it. And I want to get to the thing that was going to lead to this Pat Godwin song, and that is this great list of things every 18-year-old should know. Do you have that, Christy?
Catherine Johnson Matinko, she's an author, has shared her list of the most practical life skills every 18-year-old should have. I don't think we should go through 100 of them.
Her father invented pachinko.
Pachinko Matinko?
Oh, is that
That's
right?
him. Yep.
I think this is a great list because we've talked about this before, about how there are certain practical things that every high school kid should learn how to do.
Yeah, some of the highlights include driving a car and a boat, driving manual if possible.
Now, slow down. Now, Mr. Godwin, can you drive a boat?
Absolutely not.
I can't drive a boat.
How hard could it be?
I could paddle one.
I could.
Can you drive it? You know how to operate a boat?
I know how to operate one. I wouldn't be very good at it. I don't think I could back it into a slip.
Can you sail?
I cannot sail.
Then then we have nothing to talk about.
Yeah,
Mr.
we haven't
Godwin,
had
have you
anything to talk about
ever
for 47 years.
like strapped an Evinrude in the back of a boat going
Nope.
for a spin? No.
Nope. I think we had a little bass boat when I was a kid. My dad had a little engine on that.
And
that
he just went,
operated. Yeah, a little tiny
That's
thing.
easy.
Okay. Can you drive a stick shift?
Yes, I started off with that.
Okay.
Yeah,
I think-
driving a manual if possible because that's what you get when you rent in Europe, which is true. If you want an automatic transmission car in Europe, you pay a lot of money and they're very hard to find.
Oh, I meant to tell you this because as soon as we did it in Aruba, I decided Tom would be terrified. We rented a car and we drove around Aruba.
Is Aruba right side or left side?
Right side. And the name of the car rental place, you know it, 60.
Oh, sure,
Yeah.
sure.
SIXT.
I'm a rewards member.
Yeah, I
Yeah, I
like
like that.
60.
60.
I like them a lot.
I'd
that
use
right?
them.
Great company, yeah.
Oh, I'd
Big
never actually
orange-
familiar.
big-
Ironically,
orange sign?
60's motto is the same as Avis. We're number 2. Very confusing.
They have really nice cars. They do.
It was a key. It was okay.
Oh, they usually have like BMWs
But-
and Audis.
I wondered when we rented a car if it's the same thing as in America. If you take it back with half a tank of gas, they charge you out the behind.
Right.
So they do. But as I was leaving, she goes, the technician at 60 said, I tell you what, I'll drive you to the gas station, fill it up, and I won't charge you twice what it would cost.
How much was gas there? Did you notice?
I filled up a Kia station wagon, whatever those are, for $40.
Huh.
Well, that's not
nice.
bad.
That wasn't bad at all. No. But a half tank.
Did you ever see the movie The Endless Summer?
No, Tom, I haven't seen that stupid surfing movie.
It's merely a classic. You've seen it, haven't you, Pat?
I've heard you talk about it.
I have seen it.
And?
It was a decent documentary about surfing.
Oh, it's great. It changed the world.
It changed the world.
It turned the whole world onto surfing in the late 60s. But there's a scene in that where
the Beach Boys
there's a
did
scene in that where they're in Africa and they're putting gas in the car and the guy goes, the sign says it all, and the name of the gas station was a Jip. Politically incorrect these days to even make the joke, but very funny in the 60s. Okay, I'm sorry. Christy Lee is at the news. What are more things you're supposed to be able to do when you're 18?
Change a diaper.
Oh, that's good.
Yeah.
Yeah, no, I'm not sure. I think 18's a little early to learn that.
We learned it in high school. In our
Home ec class or whatever it was.
How difficult is it to change a diaper nowadays, though?
No
It's got to
joke.
be even easier. You're right.
Yeah, but still,
it's not bad.
But it's a process. You have to. I've done it so many times. You get so used to it. But I mean, in the
You don't
beginning,
want it loose. You don't want it set.
in the beginning, it's
You know what? I just
little weird.
realized, change me. I'm dirty. All right, don't ask me. But no, there has to be a point where people put diapers on themselves, right?
Yes.
Well, they're pull-ups. They're like adult pull-ups.
Oh, they're like, I'm a big kid now?
Yeah.
I'm a big boy.
Yeah.
Adult diapers, you pull them on. You don't.
This is all funny until you need them.
Yeah.
Well, would you do that, or would you make arrangements to just get your stuff and go?
I'd wear an adult diaper if I had to. Fortunately, I don't need one right now.
No, I don't either. I think Christy does. Every now and then she giggles and she.
I leak a little bit.
Yeah.
I leak a little bit. There's a T-shirt for you. So we have 2 new T-shirts today. The Christy Lee, I leak a little bit, and the Chick McGee, just take the silverware and go. They're both fantastic. I want to see those at the State Fair. And again, were you? I don't think you were here for this, Chick.
I'm not here right now.
Remember when we were talking about Connor Daly, a friend of the show?
Very well this year's.
Wonderful guy, great guy, and obviously a very good race car driver. He was in the Indy 500, and he talked about the fact that
led the race.
Talked about the fact that he had to. Before the race started, he actually peed into his racing suit because once you get in the cars, you have to sit there. You can't get out.
There's a slight rain delay, yeah.
Yeah, in any event, we were joking that he probably should go to work for the Depends people. And then Ace pointed out that it's now called Depend. They changed the name a little bit. But he allegedly, last week, Chick, signed a deal with them for real.
That's great.
He's the spokesman of Depend now?
Apparently.
Wow.
So
their money's green, and I bet they have a lot of it.
So there you go. So back to our list. We have a huge list of things you're supposed to know by the time you're 18. The last one was changing a diaper. That's a little early for that, but okay.
I'll give you one more before the break. Dancing decently enough to be able to participate at weddings.
See, that might be a little rough for me.
I couldn't do that.
So far, this list feels like it's from like 1955.
It seems dated, yeah.
I know how to a salutation and a closing comment and a thank you note.
But Josh, you can dance, right?
Yes. I'm quite the hoofer. I know my way around in the old soft shoe.
Do you know?
You cut a rug.
I will cut a rug.
How do you dance? I can't really picture how you would dance with a woman.
It depends on the moment.
Well, you got to go. You got to slow down.
I guarantee Josh is the best dancer.
Oh, absolutely. We've seen him dance.
Yes.
Wait a minute.
Christy's like classically trained.
I've been taking ballroom dancing for 6 years.
How do you know I'm not a great dancer? I'm not, but...
Do you make Andy ballroom dance?
He'd like to try it. He hasn't done it yet.
Yeah, that's what I said. To shut her up.
Andy, we had a request for you to call in. You doing okay?
I heard you. No,
he's okay.
Did she let you watch the game last night?
You know, every now and then she gets into bed and she'll night, honey, and then she'll leak a little.
I don't.
See, Christy, this will teach you to open your mouth.
Got to change the sheet.
Okay. Now, did you watch the game last night, Andy?
I had to watch it because I couldn't hear it.
To bed in the first quarter? That's a lie.
You got up to go to the bathroom. You tripped over a birdhouse, didn't you?
Either the raccoons go or I go. That's all.
No. I hear that Christy has to take all the sharp knives and lock them away so you don't slice your wrist open.
There are lots of ways to kill yourself.
Yeah. You know, you can use the hose. You can use the hose as a rope and a noose if you need some tips. I think there's a thing on YouTube how to do that.
The key's a rubber band around the bag.
All right. Okay. Thank you.
Fly off.
Okay. Thank you. Once again, we're coming up. More things you're supposed to know by the time you're 18. This is a great list, and I have a couple of optional things on the list that I hope you guys do too. Coming to you from the O'Reilly Auto Parts Studios. This is the Bob and Tom Show. Do you have any interest in going to space?
Yeah, so I have a different definition of space, as would be true for all of my colleagues, my astrophysics colleagues. Many people don't realize that the space station, for example, which is anybody's common definition of being in space, if Earth were shrunk to the size of a schoolroom globe, then the space station is orbiting 1 centimeter above the surface.
Yeah.
And so I'm sorry, I can't think of that as space. Send me somewhere. Moon, Mars, asteroids beyond, but I don't want to just boldly go where hundreds have gone before.
The billionaires who pay to go up in the one where they're in space for like 6 minutes, that seems to me to be a real ripoff.
That's not even as high as the 1 centimeter. So the billionaire boys race, the Bezos-Branson, you're right. That's what's called suborbital. They go up and then just fall back for 5-6 minutes, and it's the falling part where you're weightless. So that's fun, and you're sort of above the important parts of the atmosphere. So that's fun. Stars will come out in broad daylight because you can't see stars in the daytime because of the scattered blue light from the sun that turns the sky blue. You get above that limit, so that's fun. I have no issues with that. But on this same scale with the schoolroom globe, they go up about the thickness of 2 dimes.
Yeah, wow. And it's costing them several more dimes than that.
Remember that guy, that crazy guy, Felix Baumgartner? Remember him?
Sure. Yeah.
Who did that edge
hot
of
air
space
balloon
jump
thing? Yeah.
For Red Bull?
Sure.
Okay. How high was he? He was the thickness of 1 dime above Earth's surface. So we, and NASA is complicit in this. We have a very low bar definition of what it means to go into space.
Wow.
But
I'm sorry, I have higher goals than that.
Can we get to Mars, though, feasibly? Is that really a realistic thing?
Well, so let me just make it clear. Oh, by the way, of the billionaire boys space race,
right.
Elon Musk is the only one who actually puts people in orbit.
Okay.
Mm-hmm. So he's the full 1 centimeter up, and that's why he can intersect with the space station if he chooses. Unlike the 1950s, where people said, will we ever get to the moon? Do we know how? Is it even possible? That's not the kinds of questions anyone is invoking today about Mars. The questions are not, is it possible? Of course it's possible. We have an SUV-sized rover that took a helicopter to Mars, exploring Mars right now. Getting to Mars, that's not the issue. So the issue is, what's the motivation? And who's going to write the check? That's all it comes down to. It's not any more complicated than that.
So you can survive that trip to Mars. A human being can.
Well, it's 9 months. Yeah, just get a good Netflix account, good library.
Maybe listen to Neil deGrasse Tyson. He's got a couple of podcasts out there.
Thank you. Yes, I have a podcast that'll keep you going. There you go.
The reviews are in, and America can't get enough of Chick McGee's Silac commercial. Fanatical fans everywhere are even watching it in reverse. You know, this actually kind of makes sense. Truth is, you won't be finding any retirement checks in your mailbox until you first go back into your house and log on to SilacINS.com. At the Silac website, you'll even find a special link just for Bob and Tom listeners. Hey, hold on now. This part shouldn't be going backwards. There we are. It's SilacINS.com. Don't go backwards in retirement. Look forward to your retirement. Look into an annuity from Silac Insurance.
Hey man, it's Donnie Baker. Guess what? I saved up some money and bought this new badass spy camera. I swear to God I did. Check this thing out. Man, they got so much stuff in here. This is badass. I swear to God it is. You wouldn't think a radio station have so many pictures. Ah, look. It's Bob and Tom. Man, something about that don't look right. Let's see if we can make it better. One down. Perfect. Hey, Christy.
Hey, what are you doing here, Donnie? You're not allowed back here.
No, it's Homeland Security. I'm supposed to come back here and check you for humps today.
You're not going to get your hands on me.
Okay, if you don't like this one, how about let me use this one? You know, the touch of a wolf is a healing touch.
No.
Better yet, how about fur on fur?
Hi, he's Bob. I'm Bob. And he's Tom. And I'm Tom.
KIZZFM.
Kiz.
Lucky that doesn't start with a J.
Stop it! Dr. Ruth, can I get pregnant when a man undresses me with his eyes?
Only if he's cockeyed.
Golly, Earl. That might be a pretty good idea.
I killed my wife when I'd wanted to. I'd be out of jail by now.
Dr. Ruth, when I'm dancing, what part of my body should not move?
Your bowels.
I got some DAP butt crack filler putty back here. We'll just fill that crack right in there, Bob.
Comedian Tim Allen. Oh, God.
Using laxatives and a rectal scope, doctors were able to collect evidence over a period of 4 days.
I must have one.
Rectal scope is a mouthwash.
Your color's back to your face?
Oh, I was gray this morning.
So is yours, Tony.
Tony, you're... I'm sorry.
Thank you. I've got to go. You're gaining weight. My wife, when the first time she was pregnant, all I saw of her for 9 months was her ass hanging out of a refrigerator.
And if you believe that, I can't say that. Bishop Emeritus Frederick W. Freaking, who headed the Roman Catholic Diocese. That's his name. He was 85.
Did they have to pull the freaking plug?
Hey, boys, this is the Pope. I gotta go to the freaking funeral.
Hit that P. Pascal grabbing rebounds, Turner blocking shots, Hallie passing the ball around. These guys are hot.
Welcome back to the Bob and Tom Show. Josh Arnold, was it?
Hi.
There's Christy Lee.
Hello.
Pat Godwin, Ace Cosby. We're in the O'Reilly Auto Parts studios. Think O'Reilly Auto Parts for all your car care needs. Get the parts and service you need fast from the professional parts people at O'Reilly Auto Parts. Hello, Tom.
Public service message.
Go.
And I know this is belaboring the obvious, but if you get a text message and it says that you owe whatever, be careful. Don't open them.
Yes.
There's a couple of huge scams going on right now saying, if you don't pay this, we're going to... my favorite one is the one I get from a bank that I don't use that says I owe them a mortgage payment. I don't have a mortgage with you.
I don't even go to your bank.
But yeah, there's a bunch of them around right now. A friend of mine called me from Illinois going around about tickets that you don't have. It's like, oh, you owe this much money, and if you call this number, those are a scam.
Yeah.
My favorites are the letters from the IRS and boom, garbage.
Yeah, always a scam.
I don't know.
Yeah, it's by U.S. mail. Yeah.
One side.
U.S. mail.
Yeah, hi, I'm bad guy, and I'm about to meet an FBI agent. Anyway, it really bugs me.
Do you
They're
think,
out there.
if I don't know if this is ever going to happen at Wells Fargo to expand over all the United States instead of the Western states. I think they're primarily
yeah.
I'd have a real problem. I would keep singing that song every time I would do anything with Wells Fargo.
Wells Fargo wagon is a coming down the...
Yeah, I don't think I could... there's nothing that goes with...
Something special.
Just for me.
Yeah, I don't think they have...
Chase back is color.
No.
They don't have a... Well, this week at Wells Fargo, it's something special. It's a very fine organization. I have an account there. Let's move forward. In any event, if you get one of those text alerts, I, as you know, I am in favor of cruel and unusual punishment.
Yeah, we know.
I'd like to see when they catch some of these guys that are doing this, I would like to see them burned at the stake on a Friday night on national TV. I'll light the fire. I'm ready to go.
I'm sorry, what do you want them burned at the stake for?
On Friday nights. Friday night, light them up. For these people scamming, especially they're scamming elderly people and telling them we're going to turn off your electricity this afternoon if you don't pay.
Right.
Really isn't scumbag.
I've gotten all sorts of things that look absolutely legitimate.
Oh, yeah.
Well, there's, in fact,
frightening.
You and I both have had the same one. It looks like it's trying to protect you from these. Am I making sense here?
Uh-huh.
In other words, it says, be careful, watch out for these scam artists, but they're scam artists.
Yep.
Again, public execution by fire while they're alive. That's cruel and unusual. Good. Let's get rid of them. Now, it's time to...
Set them on fire is what...
Yes, exactly.
All right.
Okay, they can wear fireproof pajamas. It'll just make them melt and get hotter. Now, it's
100
time...
practical skills you should know before you're... Or if you're 18
Are they
and over.
listed in order of importance?
I don't think they're... No, I don't think so. They're compiled.
Yeah, this was written...
It is recent.
What's the woman's name? It's
her name is Catherine Johnson Matinko, and I did find one, Josh, that actually had an app word in it. So take public transportation and use a ride-sharing app. So
there you go.
That's pretty current.
Oh, so you should be able to do that when you're 18. I see.
Oh, almost all 18-year-olds know how to use Uber. Believe me.
Okay.
But you have a song, or do you want me to go through all these before? Because we're going to be here a while. All right.
My song works right with this.
Here's one that's going to make you real happy. Reading a paper map.
Yeah, you should know how to do that.
Why should you need to read a paper map?
There's no need for that.
In case your cell service could go out.
But do you have a map in your car?
I don't.
Do you guys remember when MapQuest
was
so magical?
Yes. And you'd have to print out all the directions.
To the right and almost kill yourself.
Yes.
Do you ever, you're online and they post a map and you go to blow it up a little bit and it gets really fuzzy as it gets bigger because they don't have the right set up on there. But yeah, do you know how to fold a map, Christy?
I'm trying to think the last time I ever even had a map open. Yes, I can fold a map.
Because they fold it. There's a different way to do it.
Yes, in, out, in, out, in, out, and then...
Remember the street indexes, the big thick books?
Yeah, the books, especially in L.A.
Yeah.
Remember Trip Ticket from
I want to say I bought...
Oh, yeah. still does a trip ticket.
I bought one when I moved to San Diego. I think I got a street index.
Sure.
Yeah.
I think it's important to be able to read a map.
All right.
Particularly when things happen and you have to get your go bag and take off.
Oh, yeah, you need to...
that silverware and get out of town.
How far Mexico is.
You want to be off the grid, so to speak?
Well, you're going to be off the grid because they're going to turn off the internet and you're going to be screwed.
Yeah. What about can you orient yourself using geographical... Landmarks? Like
the answer is
north, south, east, west?
Barely. It depends what time of day it is.
I have the worst sense of direction of any human being.
Me too.
So does Andy.
Well, we are kindred spirits.
No, Andy, if you're going to jump the cliffs that way.
We spent most of the time in Aruba. Now, which way are we facing?
Yeah.
Are we going east? Well, the sun's sitting, so it must be over there. That's the west. And
Don't you love it when your GPS goes head east? Well, I don't know which way is east. Tell me, right or left?
Doesn't your mirror have a compass on it?
Oh, I have to go to a setting on my dash.
Did you say head east?
There's never been any reason.
There's never been any reason. And are those the guys didn't those guys write the jingle for O'Reilly Auto Parts?
I think they did. I think you're right.
O'Reilly Auto Parts.
I think, is that there's some connection there,
Wow.
I think. That's a great band, though.
That song is incredible.
Flat as a pancake, man.
The cover had pancakes.
That's
I
right.
ate pancakes.
They thought they showed that to everybody, and everybody said, "That's cool." Yep.
Now we're talking about this list from Katherine Johnson. Is it pronounced Martinko?
Martinko.
There's a terrific article she wrote that had like the top 10 or something. But
it's Katie Jo.
This is an important one. Making a bed properly. I get this, yeah. And I still don't know how to fold a fitted sheet. Anybody?
I don't make my bed.
No. You don't make your bed?
I don't ever make my bed.
Wow.
You don't wash your sheets?
Wait, I have a question.
No.
So let's just say you're out doing something and
I see what you're saying.
The lady washes my bed.
The lady?
Yes.
Now, this is a professional lady, not a prostitute, but a maid. Is that correct?
No, it's both.
Okay.
Actually.
Wow.
Oh, here we go.
I love this era synthesizer sound. But they really use it well. I like to be good. Oh.
It's a great song.
And then not.
Yep.
What? It never sounds old.
Is that a cowbell? What is that? Is that a cowbell?
It's just rock.
How the
A second.
Come on.
Right. No, they got the organ in there. The organ.
Coming in there, yeah.
They got it. That's got it's got the synth in the beginning, and they cut stuff
Great
out.
song.
Great
synth
stuff.
is good.
Are they head east from St. Louis?
Yeah. And
That's what I
apparently,
thought.
the lead singer taught at St. Louis University for a while.
Well, I've got to find it about the O'Reilly Auto Parts
I've
connection.
got it right here. The interweb says John Dillon is a founding member of the Ozark Mountain Daredevils.
Okay.
From Springfield, Missouri, but he was tapped to do the O'Reilly jingles.
Oh, that makes sense. O'Reilly's out of Springfield, Missouri.
Okay, yeah, I'd heard both those things, but that's good to know. Thank you, Christy. Coming up, we have everything 18-year-olds should do, and everything a 60-year-old man should know how to do.
Oh,
all right.
I'll give you a real quick example. Own at least 4 pairs of cargo pants, all identical.
Oh, yeah.
Every 60-year-old man should know how to do this. Yes. Fall asleep in a recliner while holding a sandwich.
Oh, yeah.
Once again,
never done
these
that.
are
I've never
things.
held the sandwich, but
We are in the O'Reilly Auto Parts Studios, and this is the Bob and Tom Show.
Bofa on the front.
What?
Bofa on the front.
What are we talking about?
D's nuts on the back. The new T-shirts. What do you think?
What are they going to say again?
Bofa
On the front.
and then on the back, D's nuts, and another T-shirt.
Uh-oh. You're having chest pains.
Wait a minute.
Okay.
Hold it. Wait a minute. Yeah, I'm fine. I do very well, but I don't know what on the back yet. What do you think? Are you recording this?
My mom and I, we've been playing this new game over the holidays. You might want to try it yourself. It's called Joy Whack-A-Mole. What happens? I bring up something that I'm happy about, and then she comes in and slams it down. Before I can ever feel too good about what's going on.
I see.
Okay. All right.
I told her, Mom, my friend Amy had her baby. Oh, that's great news, honey. It's not the greatest news for the 600,000 kids in foster care, but if she wants a fresh one, everybody wants one that looks like them. So, Mom, I'm doing a show tonight. Oh, sweetie, I have a joke for you. Listen. A friend of mine, Quinsley, she was in foster care. She was airlifted out of the Sudan in the late 90s. She'd been be-armed and be-legged by the Janjaweed, the horseback militia. She'd love to do stand-up, but she can't. And she's just a hoot. She's in a hospice situation. It's really just a matter of time. But the priest comes in and asks her, would you like us to light a candle for you in the chapel? And she says, sassy as you please, teletyping through her eyelids. Well, how many candles you got? Because so many horrible things have happened to her and keep happening. Sweetie, have a good show. What you do is so important.
I was just kind of curious if you'd done any straight, sort of. No. And now this from ABC News.
Oh,
no?
I'd like to.
Mm-hmm.
BBC News in London. I'm Lakshmi Singh.
Yeah. Mm-hmm.
Now a word from Haifa. James Pettigrew.
Mm-hmm. See, you can do it.
I could do it, sure.
Sounds a little sarcastic, but...
Yes, well, then to actually get all the words not all jumbly-wumbly, I think that's a problem. I'd have to have a constant script.
Yeah.
I think I'd have problems talking off the cuff intelligently about world issues.
Yeah. Well, that's why you're here.
Yes, exactly.
And now, the latest from Greece.
Yes.
With Maria Bamford.
In English! I'd like to order dessert with milk, please.
Yeah, thank you very much.
I could say something in Hindi. Ki hale kuta vermilangi. Hello, dog. Goodbye.
That's what I got out of 4 years of Spanish.
Yeah.
Hola.
Dog, goodbye.
Oh, it's hi, Frank. Hello. Hola, Paco. Que tal? Yeah.
Very handy, very handy.
Yeah, yeah.
Do you speak a foreign language?
I went to a meetup group where you're supposed to learn Spanish, but no one was a fluent speaker, so we ended up speaking sort of pretend Spanish, like, sí, no, ay, ay, ay. It's like, oh my God, I'm really good at pretend languages.
Yeah, great.
I watch a lot of news. By the way, my favorite news channel is CNN Headline News.
Is it?
Because there's no segue between stories. They go from polar opposite A to B with nothing in between.
Yeah.
And that's what the future looks like with a nuclear North Korea. Coming up next, a boy in Pittsburgh collects nickels. It's like the news for people with ADD. We're all gonna die. Hey, a horsey. Squirrel. I'm gonna. But these are some news stories that I noticed over the past several weeks. Could I share some?
Sure.
A woman in England pled guilty to disturbing the peace with her noisy lovemaking.
Yeah.
Well, she said guilty, but you could totally tell she was faking it.
Sure.
A company in Ireland created the world's first ever green technology vibrator that's powered by winding it up. Which means basically it's a jack in the box.
Technically, it is.
Sesame Street turned 40 years old last year, which you could tell because Big Bird got an earring and a Corvette.
There is that fear for me of doing the person and them not liking it. You know, it's a very real possibility. Like, for example, recently I started doing the voice of a British action star, Jason Statham.
Oh,
Love
yeah.
that guy.
My man crush. I love that guy.
Terrific, right?
Bank job. Oh,
So my fear is, though, because I didn't know whether to do him in the stand-up special that I mentioned is coming on in Showtime in the summer. So I struggle with doing it because I am afraid to do his voice and then get a call from him in the middle of the night. Do you know who I am? Do you know who I am? Why don't I tell you, mate? I'm the bloke who's going to rip you into little pieces. Then I'm going to swallow those pieces before you die. And even though that doesn't make sense, I don't want that call.
No, I don't blame you.
So fantastic.
Yeah.
I love that guy, too.
Oh, he's great.
That's Kevin Pollak.
Let's get back to the chinchilla. We sent members of our staff plus Donnie Baker to your garage.
She is
my mistake.
So traumatized right now. She has not come out of her little house in
No doubt.
the whole
The
day.
chinchilla?
Oh,
well,
yeah.
that's because she met Donnie Baker.
Yes.
True. Her ears are as big as Frisbees.
They are very big.
I know.
I can't get over how
They're
horribly...
native of South America, and they use those to, and they're nocturnal, so they
Must be a lot of listening going on.
they do
in
a lot
South
of
America.
listening at night.
Size of those
because
ears.
you can't see very well.
And they respond, of course, with their brain by going, duh. Duh, I'm a chinchilla.
Oh, wow, it's that great big thing right there.
That looks like a really nice fur coat that lady's got on. I wonder what that's made of. Duh. Well, I'm gonna rest for a while so I can poop again. Duh.
I can tell you.
I'm not like a dog. I can't play frisbee or catch. I just sit here going, duh. I'm kind of like something in a frame, like a picture, except I just go, duh, and then I poop.
Except you have to feed me and I poop.
I'm like a picture you have to feed. Duh.
I can tell you what, they don't come when you call them. That's for damn sure.
I will.
Once again, go Pacers. They were ahead just when it counted.
Hey, welcome back to the Bob and Tom Show at the Silac Insurance News Desk. Here, it's Christy Lee.
Hello.
There's Pat Godwin.
Hey.
How you doing? You all right?
Yeah, I'm good.
Need anything?
No, I'm good.
All right.
Coffee up.
You let me know. You let me know. There's Josh Arnold. Hi. We're in the O'Reilly Auto Parts Studios. There's Ace Cosby. Hey. I'm Chick McGee, and Tom is standing and sorting. And
I'm okay. I'm over here now.
Why do you keep your stuff so far away?
Yeah. Oh, wait a minute. Let's see. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8 different contraptions to hold papers and or monitors.
An array of information that I need to pass along.
You would think
you would cut
with
that
all
down.
if all of that help there, you would do better. You think?
All these tools.
It's a good thing we aren't real professional broadcasters, or you wouldn't be able to. Josh, what can you see over there from your vantage point?
Well, there's a very important piece of paper over there discussing Carb Day in the Indy 500.
It's up front and
yeah.
That's,
in case you need
that was what, 3 weeks ago?
Coming up on 2.5, 3 weeks ago.
That's a special spot. The next thing of that sort that comes up, we'll go over there.
Oh, so but you have it.
There's also one that has a lot of a lot of information for an interview he did 3 days ago.
So why don't you throw that stuff away?
This is on its way to the garbage.
Oh, so it starts over here and works its way around.
You know, a feature that we used to do, and I kind of miss, I don't know if Christy would join me in these thoughts,
Yes.
but you used to keep emails for an ungodly amount of time. And you would go to the bottom of the email stack, and we'd play requests. And Do you have any emails over there now?
I got a stack over here. You want me to look?
Well, just go.
Give me a second.
He has questions for the meatloaf interview.
Do a deep dive, and if nothing else, we'll see how long ago, if it was the Johnson administration, when you were sent the correspondence.
Here's a question for Potasnik.
That's right.
This isn't too bad.
Okay, date?
March 7th, 2024.
Oh, okay.
Oh, okay, all right.
Almost a year and a half.
Yeah.
Okay, this is for Josh.
All right, at least, okay, Josh is still on the show. All right.
First-time listener, long-time caller. He's obviously making it. I've never read this before, so.
Okay, we'll see what happens.
It's from a guy named Brent. He is a police officer in the Commonwealth of Kentucky.
Oh, he is he? A copper, huh?
Josh was complaining about something called Air Patrol.
Yes, I still will complain about it.
I got one of those warning tickets from Air Patrol.
Did you really?
He goes, Josh, it's a real thing. We clock your speed from a helicopter.
Whoa.
I saw no helicopter, heard no helicopter.
But it's like Francis Gary Powers. It flies so high. You can't.
Nice time you were with me.
Nice reference.
No, I was driving. This was in Iowa, and hey, we got you from the sky. And that was the one time, because normally I'm very polite, and it was the one time I want to go, yeah, I'm going to need to see proof.
This guy writes, I could guess there's a reason you stood out to the aircraft, referring to Josh.
Yeah.
And then he writes, this is Delta 19er traveling in 140 knots. There's a minivan down there matching our speed.
Minivan?
He's got you in a minivan, Josh. And you didn't want me to save this letter? If you have any more fuzzy questions for cops, let me know.
All right.
My dad raised me listening to you guys. I'm 34.
Okay. I appreciate second, third generation people listening, but it's really making all of my joints ache.
He goes, if I don't listen to you guys, it's as bad as not having my morning coffee. Brent.
Aww.
Well, thank you, Brent.
Thank you, Officer Brent. You can see why I saved this email.
Brent, go get bent. Okay.
Oh, and I have a follow-up from Grant's mom, Valerie. She sent me an email this morning.
Grant, the one he's a 5-year-old wants to be a DJ.
Wants to be a DJ, right?
Wants to be a DJ, and today's his birthday, and she sent us an email saying, she actually asked for some stuff. Jess is on that. She's going to send him some stuff, but we talked about him on the radio, and so I'd sent her an email, and I said, if you weren't up yet, go to YouTube. Christy just showed Grant the YouTube clip, and he was in total shock. And, of course, I cried. Thank you for taking the time, guys, to read our note. It made our year.
Well, how nice.
Isn't that sweet?
5-year-old Grant, good for him. And what's
Grant loves us so much he wants to become a DJ.
And how is his show going to go, Chick?
Good morning. Hi. How you doing, Bob? Let's check in with Josh over there. How's everything over there, Josh?
Well, I haven't perfected that.
Yeah, Grant's going to get a little bit of a wise guy. Hey, Mom, how's it going there, Mom?
It's going great, Grant. Thank you for
listen, Mom, before you make those pancakes, and by the way, yesterday they were a little too thick. I like them a little thinner, Mom. We got the weather coming up in the 10s.
Yeah, if you want your pancake it's going to be sunny in Ohio today.
Brought to you by Betty Crocker. Betty Crocker.
Grant's going to be at school. The teacher's going to ask him how you doing. He's going to say, Dragon Balls.
Email her back and find out what Grant's favorite songs are. Okay. I want to see if he's a classic rock guy.
I got Grant, you're 5 years old. All downhill from here, buddy. I'm sorry.
Think of all the great stuff he's going to get to discover. Pink Floyd, The Doors, The Beatles.
Fingering.
Once again, down Vulgar Road with Josh. I try my best.
Oh, God.
I'll bet it'll be about 15 seconds.
Okay, let's just move on.
Now, Josh Arnold angers America's youth.
Okay, now, Christy, we have our list that I'm really enjoying this. This is, once again, everything what is it? An 18-year-old should know from
practical life skills.
Catherine Johnson Martinko wrote this great article. And
yes.
Sorry, Catherine, if I get your name wrong.
Here's an important one: consuming alcohol safely and helping a friend who has had too much to drink when they don't.
Yeah, sure.
If you're 18, also, that's very important to know how to get a fake ID.
Well,
as long as they don't throw up in my car, I'm fine.
Yeah. Ordering from a menu with confidence and tipping appropriately.
What?
Yeah.
And tipping is getting very confusing.
I want to say I bet I was 30 before I tipped.
Really?
Absolutely.
Well, we grew up, we didn't go to restaurants where you
No, I
tipped.
didn't get. I didn't get the restaurant.
No.
Yeah, I didn't get that whole process.
Nope.
I had no idea.
I get you. Doing simple mental math, calculating change,
Oh, sure.
gratuities without relying on a calculator.
I'm
That's
amazing with those.
That's why. That's what. If you
lines.
start at 20%, that's really easy.
Right.
That's
Well,
an
yeah.
easy math problem, and then
you give them a little extra.
Yeah, you just
Always round up.
go up.
And hopefully it's close to 25, right? Yeah.
Round up.
Well, yeah, that's that. I can actually do that math too, kind of. Yeah, but you got to remember ballpark. You don't want to tip $4.12.
No.
I heard a good rule of thumb, and I don't know exactly what the percentage ends up being, but you move the decimal point of the total one spot to the left, and then you double that. So let's say it's $110.
Okay.
You move the decimal point to where it's $11. You double $11. 22 bucks would be the tip on $110.
That's
so that's
right.
just
That's
20%.
Yeah.
So there you go.
So, yeah.
Yeah.
But there are also
an easy way to remember that.
there are also minimums, et cetera, et cetera.
Sure.
Filing your taxes and understanding deductions.
That's not impossible.
That is impossible. I don't even know.
I can't do that now. They've made the tax code so ridiculously impossible.
It
and
is
my,
crazy.
how old's Sophie? 22. She did hers this year for the first time. And she was on the phone for an hour with Andy. I mean, it was really complicated.
Yeah.
And she's a
her
401
daughter, she
simple.
called the office. Her daughter's just like her damn mom. Never stops talking.
Yeah, of course. For her, I didn't tell her that I fudged her mom, so she ends up in prison. I'm here alone.
Andy does not do our taxes, but thank you.
And by fudged her mom, I don't mean fudged her mom.
Yeah, that's what made me worried too. Here's an important one, and this is something that should be taught way before you're 18. Saying hello, making eye contact, and interacting with strangers in a public place or when you're introduced to someone, just being civil to a person. Yes.
Okay. Yeah, these are things you
Treat
need to know.
adults like adults.
Now, once again, I've come up with my own list of things you should know when you're a man of a certain age. You should complain about gas prices even if you no longer drive.
Oh, my stepfather was the worst at that. He would drive out of his way to save 3 cents a gallon. You know, I'm not going to get that money from me.
Yeah, that's something I've never looked at.
How about comment on weather that's more than 100 miles from you?
Oh.
That happens a lot.
I had
What do
that.
you mean?
Well, I'm sure glad I'm not in the Northeast today.
Yeah,
I see what you're saying.
my aunt did that at all times.
How about this? No matter where you're going or what you're doing, when you get there, you talk about the route you took. You know what we did? We brought 70 down.
Oh, you should have taken 52. You should have
52. That's always.
Well, here's one that we all do when you're is complain about the thermostat.
Yes.
Yeah.
Well, we have a problem.
We have an issue here. Yeah.
It's either hot or cold. It's never comfortable.
Read billboards out loud. That's
I
an
used
old
to do that when I first started driving. But I talk like Grant's going to talk when he gets into radio.
Well, you were practicing in a way.
I was practicing, yeah.
I do it only when I'm with Greg Warren because it drives him so bananas.
Oh, there's that Billy Crystal movie.
That's what he referenced. He goes, you're like that guy in that Billy Crystal movie.
William Hickey, yeah.
And I haven't seen that. Is
He
it Forget
talks
Paris?
like this in the movie. Yeah. Muffler service. 24 hours.
To prove you're old, you ever say out loud, now this is real music.
yeah.
I hear you saying that.
I say it all the time.
You know what else I like to say is when you see a car in front of you that has one of those license plate borders of the dealership.
The frame.
Yeah. I'll go, oh, well, looks like Kessler Ford sold another one.
Oh, yeah. Old man Kessler. He's proud of his car. Yeah, he sure is.
Okay. Now, we'll continue with our list coming up. Are we going to get that song out of you, Patty G?
I'm ready to go.
Right now, I want to remind you that the official coffee of the Bob and Tom Show is Java House.
Did you say coffee?
I hope I didn't. The official coffee.
I think you did that again.
Coffee? No.
Coffee. Java House
Wait a minute.
coffee.
I better drink some of my. This is tea, by the way. That'll help. By the way, we have a great story coming up about the importance of coffee, ladies. And
Yes, we do. And we have Grant's favorite song coming up.
Okay, good. Java House, once again, the official coffee of the Bob and Tom Show, the official refreshments of the Bob and Tom Show. Java House, of course, also has those great lattes, iced tea, which I'm drinking, energy drinks, hydration drinks, and even hot cocoa. And the beauty of Java House, it comes in these pods. Here's one. It looks like a Keurig cup, but it's not. It's just a slightly larger, and by the way, biodegradable, and you just peel and pour. So you add water, and voila, as they say in, where is that, Frenchieville? And Java House is the perfect solution for your office break room. You're not going to need a machine that gets all fouled up and full of all kinds of gooey germs. Just a peel and pour. And as I said before, tea, coffee, lattes, energy drinks, hydration drinks. Something cool we got going right now with Java House. If you go to javahouse.com, click on that thing that says Java House for your office and sign up for to win a free in-office demo. javahouse.com. It's a lot of fun, and people. It's really kind of revolutionizing your world of coffee, etc. Great for your home and great for vacations for sure when you're in the car. That's javahouse.com. Might be nice on the plane now that I think about it. Pop one of those out and get some hot water and go from there. Or ice water, whatever you like. That's javahouse.com. Tell them the Bob and Tom Show sent you, if you please. We are in the O'Reilly Auto Parts Studios. This is the Bob and Tom Show.
A lion. I've always said,
You want a lion?
I would. I know this is crazy that I thought about this.
What now?
I would never go into the wilderness and get and have a lion because they belong.
Right.
That's where they belong.
But if somebody like maybe they worked at the zoo and there was a lion and it had to live in a house, but it had to be sedated all the time, and I
How
could
about raised
squeeze
from
it.
a cub? I'm raised from a cub and
Yes.
know you. And
I would love a lion just because they're so cute. I would just bite them all the time. Their face, that little
They
nose.
bite back, believe it or not. Yeah.
You know,
And their
dogs.
teeth are bigger.
Nick has raised a very interesting point.
What?
Which is the essence of it. I think you said just because you like something, you don't have to have it.
Well, I've always been, somewhat controlled by my finances, so there's a lot of stuff that even if I did want, I couldn't have.
Oh, sure.
I mean, I literally, and I have panic attacks. Well, I'll get done with workout and I go, I want to go get one of those really nice, like $6 smoothies, and I'll think about it for like, should I treat myself? Am I worth
Yes,
it?
Nick. You're worth $6.
You know, it says something. You think? I think in my head, I'm probably the only one doing this.
Right.
I was at Whole Foods, and they had these like expensive lemonades. I don't know how to explain it, but the tops were the type where it had a metal top, and you would pull it open, and it would be a rubber seal like the old days.
Oh, yeah,
and it was like a little bit extra. But I had friends coming in from out of town, and I know this is crazy. I thought it'll look good in the refrigerator, And I was at Whole Foods, and I bought milk in the glass. I wanted it to look, I wanted it to look like my home. It was a home, like my mom's house.
Right.
Yeah.
So I walked over and I went to buy it. It was $2 more than regular lemonade. Then I walked away. And then I went back. I went, what are you doing? You are a full-grown adult and over $2. Get the goddamn lemonade. Well, it worked because I'm not kidding you. But the outcome is how I reacted. My sister-in-law was there and she opened the refrigerator. And, I go over, all my brothers are married. Their refrigerators are filled with. So she opens up. She goes, oh, fancy lemonade. I was like, oh, yeah, I didn't act like, I acted like, yeah, that's the type I buy.
Totally worth it.
Yeah, totally worth it.
Yeah. As I only half it's there, I left the other half in the rolls and it's spoiled. I'm having the Rolls Royce fixed.
Well,
that's why I'm driving this.
I would have got the milk in the jug, but my lion ate it. So.
Yeah, my lion likes it out of the glass.
That's right.
Yeah.
We all do weird things.
We have a punk version of The Way I Am.
Why can't you do it?
We don't have electric guitars.
Oh, I see.
We can imagine.
I have to scream, though. Should I back off the mic a little
Look
bit?
at the engineers and ask them.
Give it a shot.
Yeah, okay.
Ask the
they look
boys
like
behind
they're
the glass.
positive. So this is going to be an acoustic version of the punk version of The Way I Am.
All right. This is
All
new.
right. You scream with me, though, so I don't look like an idiot.
All right.
Okay. Screaming by myself.
Go ahead, engineers. It's up
Shepard's
to you.
not going to like this. I'll back off the mic a little bit. You have to imagine this is an electric guitar, okay?
I've got
and you come to the show tonight, you'll see us headbanging. If you were falling, then I would catch you. If you need a light, then I'll find a match. 'Cause I love the way you say good morning. Yeah, you take me the way I am. If you are chilly, then here, take my sweater. If your hand
Yes.
Yes. Bravo.
I am amazed at the women who do that.
At what?
I was with a friend who will go
We are,
nameless.
you know what? Us as guys are also
And
amazed.
he goes,
Yeah, exactly.
So I'm sorry. Guy,
So Christy, you're talking with one of your not boyfriends, but
just
male
a guy friend,
Yeah.
and he goes, I can get a woman to send me a naked photo within the next 10 minutes.
And?
I go, no way. 8.5 minutes later, bing.
Wow, Monsignor, that is impressive.
Okay, that's less than 8 minutes.
What happened now?
Sent me a video of their
Go ahead, show that.
ex-girlfriend.
No, show it to Tom.
I can't. I don't want Christy, cover your eyes.
Oh, I've seen it all before.
No, yeah.
Oh, my God.
Wow.
Evidently, she's lost her keys.
Oh my Lord, that is
Does that look like something out of the movie Dune or what?
It really does.
Let me word it this way. That puts the C in graphic. We must. I've got to.
Wow.
I've got to go.
Hold on a second.
I've got to go.
That is a slut.
I've got to.
That is an ex-girlfriend.
That's not someone making a sandwich, even though it looks like it.
Welcome back to the Bob and Tom Show. Christy Lee at the Silac Insurance News Desk.
It's a good morning.
Good morning.
Good day.
Pat Godwin.
Good day. I changed it.
Too late.
Josh Arnold. Well, I hope one of the affiliates don't start speaking German. We're all going to have to start talking German. And we're all in trouble. Yeah. Ace Cosby's here. I'm Chick. Hello, Tom. Go ahead.
Hello. It's unbelievable. We got to catch up with a couple things here. Now, we wished happy birthday to Grant. What is he, 5 or 6?
He turned 5 today.
Okay. He wants to grow up to be a DJ, the poor
Grant
kid.
wants more?
Well, no, but I asked Christy to correspond with Grant's mom because
Valerie.
he wants to be a DJ because he likes our show.
Mm-hmm.
And I was kind of curious what kind of music he was into. And you got the answer?
I do have the answer. She said anything from Here Come the Mummies, but especially Wiener Man is his absolute favorite.
Oh, great song.
And if we're talking, like, I guess, other music, he's an old soul, loves Iron Man and Lowrider.
Oh, those are both great.
Oh.
Duh.
Little war for that ass?
Yeah.
What about Cisco Kid? Cisco Kid's
I like that. That's a good song.
Cisco Kid was a friend of mine. Wah, 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 wah.
How about
song is good.
How about the one I know you're not a big fan, but I am, Eric Burden.
Spill the wine?
Spill the wine.
I love that.
Spill the wine.
I love that
girl.
because that song starts out with my favorite. I was walking.
Yes. Didn't War also do Why Can't We Be Friends?
Yeah.
That's a good one.
Those are all great. So we got to
And
turn
that
this little
sounds
bit
so
boy into
different, too. Why Can't We Be Friends sounds nothing like Lowrider.
I wonder if he likes Hello Mutta, Hello Fada. It's
No.
He does
Probably.
No.
Considering
You know what everybody loves?
he must be a victim of
right.
reincarnation if he likes Hello Mother, Hello Father.
He's probably too young for that one, but he will like Papa Ooh Mau Mau by the Rivingtons.
What 5-year-old boy wouldn't love that?
That's a great song. What can we write her back saying play Papa Ooh Mau Mau for him? It's by the Rivingtons.
Well, are we going to play the song he wants?
I feel like a killjoy, but you know, there are many other people listening other than Grant. You know that, right?
Well, not only that, but the kid requested something, and Tom goes, well, how about this?
Yeah.
He wants Wiener Man.
He's 5 years old. What the hell does he know?
He knows
what he likes.
knows what he likes.
No, he doesn't.
Cut my dankly off, put it in the sauce.
Well,
What the hell?
well, let's move forward, and then
gonna
we'll
make
get
me upset.
we'll get back to the Wiener Man
I'm
coming
going
up.
to eat my own quack if you don't be quiet.
I want to hear Pat sing a song.
Well, while he gets ready, this always takes 10 minutes. Pat, while you get ready, I got to read this. I got to read this letter. This comes to us from Don.
Hello, Don.
Unusual intro. He goes, "Hey, bag sniffers."
Bag sniffer.
Not sure how to take that.
Bag
We're
sniffer.
snorting balls.
Then he says, "Oh, that's what he means."
Yes.
From now on,
Now I can't read the rest of it.
if
Why?
you're cool, you send us an email. The only way you can send a message that you're cool without sending a message is just say, "Dear show."
Yeah.
That's
Yep.
it.
He says, while you were talking about the greatest band ever, the Ozark Mountain Daredevils, they're still touring after 52 years. Try their gin. Josh, you'll like this. It's made from Missouri botanicals, and it's the best.
Oh,
All right.
sounds
Well, thank
good.
you, Don.
Make a French 75 with it this weekend.
Ozark Mountain Daredevils had a couple great songs.
If you want to get to heaven,
I love that song.
Christy?
that has the best harmonica solo maybe
Did they
ever.
do Jackie Blue?
What did you just say?
That
Yeah.
them?
No, they did?
Yeah, they did.
What did you say about what?
I said I will make a French 75 with that this weekend.
Can you do me a favor?
Yeah.
Get in the program. Hey, come on.
What's French 75?
Fancy
It's-
martini, right?
No, well, it's gin, Prosecco, and
See? That's too much liquor.
club soda.
That's the only way I can
Maybe some-
function. If she makes me drink as soon as
Some
I hit
lemon.
the door. Drunker I am, the better.
Some people put simple syrup in it. I don't care for that.
You hear that? That's all 24 hours a day at my house. Well, her house. It's been made clear.
No, it's our house now.
Okay. Now, Pat.
Yeah.
The topic is things everyone should know by the time they're 18. And we've had a couple good examples. Things you don't like to be able to drive a stick shift.
Here's a good one. Packing a suitcase efficiently, taking no more than necessary.
That's good. That's good.
I always overpack.
Do you really?
Oh, I'm a mess.
Not me.
Oh,
Absolutely.
Not me.
I'm a
I can
light
do
packer.
it. I can carry on and go to Europe. Go.
And now some of these things we've learned that YouTube can be quite a help, right?
This one I don't think I could do. Cut up a whole chicken into pieces.
Oh,
What is that? Spatchcock?
Yeah.
Spatchcock's when you crush it down.
With a cement block, right?
Cleaning a fish. I can't do that either.
Josh, can you?
why does everybody when they're 18 have to do that?
I don't know.
What about scaling a fish, Josh?
Sure.
Now, you got a song about things you have to do at 18?
By coincidence, I do, and it's one of the things that we've recorded for the new album.
Oh.
And it goes exactly like this. I didn't know how to fix a flat, but I do now. I couldn't tie a tie, no one taught me that, but I learned somehow. My father was a teacher, ironically, but he dropped the ball when it came to me. I'm learning life lessons digitally. YouTube's my new dad. YouTube's my new dad. You wanna know how to grill a steak? Watch a YouTube video. I'd ask my dad, but he went out for cigarettes 20 years ago. My YouTube dad doesn't drink or smoke and teaches me how to tell bad dad jokes. I can ride a bike now and fix my spokes. YouTube's my new dad. Oh, YouTube's my new dad. Oh, better than the one I had. Oh, YouTube's my new dad. But when it comes to the birds and bees, how to arouse, tickle and tease, where to touch and how to please, Pornhub works for these. Oh, YouTube's my new dad. YouTube's my new dad.
All right.
All right, Patty G. Pat's latest album is called Hotel Pool, and your dry bar special will be out shortly. And did you get a title yet?
I think we're down to two, Rated Patty G and Steal My Identity.
Steal My Identity.
Yeah.
All right. Hello. If you're just joining us, this is the Bob and Tom Show, coming to you from the O'Reilly Auto Parts Studios. Still reviewing. I really like this topic. Things you're supposed to know by the time you're 18. Any more good ones,
Well,
Christy?
Pat mentioned these. Change a tire, of course. Tie a tie. That's on here.
Can you tie a tie, Josh?
Yeah. I've never tried tying a bow tie, but I can absolutely.
There are lots of shortcuts at tying a tie. It looks really cool. I haven't tried it yet on the internet. Yeah.
Oh,
really?
Sew a button back on. Can y'all do that?
Yep.
I can't anymore. I used to be able to.
You can't?
How do you lose the talent to?
I really do feel like if
Really?
in home ec we had to do it, and I learned, and I don't feel like I could do it now.
Oh.
Maybe I could.
I've got one of those little tomatoes that I
Yeah?
put my needles in.
Oh, do you really? How cute.
You do?
Absolutely.
Good, that's important.
On a rainy Sunday afternoon, I'll just sew. I sew the dog's sweaters.
It does say contact a tailor or seamstress for more major repairs.
That's not necessary. No, I'm on a simplicity pattern right now,
All right.
just to die for.
That is very funny.
That is very funny.
It's very
I don't know how
funny.
many people got that.
No, it's me.
Yeah.
Okay.
Perform CPR or the Heimlich. That's very important.
One of our guys, Mike Mark,
Yeah, saved somebody just recently.
like 2 weeks ago, Heimlich a guy in a restaurant.
Well, anybody could say that.
There's no video proof of that.
Oh, you guys.
Oh, God, I hope that Josh is turning purple before someone comes up. Hey, I'm going to Heimlich you now. You're faking it.
I mean, you're talking a renowned liar on our staff.
Okay.
Every 18-year-old should be able to do laundry, read laundry labels, know when to hand wash, iron, fold.
Now, Pat, can you do
clean
laundry
the
now?
lint trap.
I mean, I have a washer that I've sort of figured out. I don't. I put I put the whites in the hot, and I use the cold for the colors.
But you do laundry.
I do.
I'm sure you're fine.
Washer and dryer there.
You use it.
Yeah. I prefer to go down to the shirt place, Zips, here in town. It's called Zips.
Wait a minute. Hang on a second.
You take your laundry to a place and they do it for you?
Yeah, I prefer that.
It's called Zips? You dump a load in? Is that what you do down at Zips?
I go down to
So in other words, I knew you see, you talk about a liar. Of course he doesn't do his own laundry.
No, I think he does.
Some
Why
of I
would
do
he?
socks and pants.
Yeah. Oh, sock. Ooh, wow.
Oh, boy.
No,
Do your towels?
You learned that when you were 40?
But they do.
I meant to tell you guys this.
Zips is more than just a dry cleaner.
The big occurrence out of going to Aruba was the hotel room had an amazing iron. I couldn't believe it.
Wow.
I immediately ordered an exact copy on Amazon, and I got it a couple days ago. This thing is amazing.
What makes it so cool?
It's just light. It keeps temperature. I had an iron that if you didn't hold your mouth right, it would slip off of linen and cotton, and you'd
Hold
go
your
to a
mouth
cooler
right.
section.
What are you doing?
It was a mess. It was just.
I got a real important tip.
Well, I got a great iron now, man.
Hotel irons,
nice and light.
I like to use them, but if you're using them, try them out on a towel first.
So in case there's rust or something on it?
Ever done the thing you press that steam spray button, all of a sudden you've got this imprint on your white shirt.
Yeah, it looks like a Japanese flag.
Oh, boy.
Well,
the day of my comedy special, I burned my stage shirt.
You did?
On a hotel iron, yeah. The kind of fabric, it was too hot. Big hole.
Oh, okay. Once again, more things you're supposed to know by the time you're 18.
What else do we want? Oh, this is one we were talking about with Just the other day. Coil an extension cord or a long rope properly, because there is a way to do that.
There are handymen who lose their minds.
Yep.
If you don't. Actual real men construction, if you don't do that correctly, they get really upset.
They do.
You're going to loosen the plug in it. We're going to have to do it again. Crap like that.
Well, if you're on a sailboat, you've got to make sure your lines are clean and
naturally, yeah.
Yeah.
Same thing.
I mean, you could trip and there's life and death on a sailboat.
Sure, of course.
Check your oil and wiper fluid levels. Top off as needed.
That's important.
Get an oil change and change your wipers. I don't change my wiper blades.
I can change my. I found out on YouTube how to
yeah.
change my wipers.
Yeah, you're right. Create a simple menu plan and grocery list.
Nope.
You can't do that?
No.
You can't write a grocery list?
No, not really.
You know what I make for dinner, lunch? It's a phone call. It's an app to DoorDash.
Yeah. Whoop. Write a proper thank you card. That is an art that's going away.
I told you that was one I was joking about.
You're right.
And here we are.
Mm-hmm. Pitch in doing dishes after a meal at someone's home.
Screw you. You have me over for a meal. You do the dishes.
No, but if they're doing dishes, I can go in their bathroom and go through their medicine cabinet. And see what I need.
This is like straight out of How to Make Friends and Influence People.
Yeah, this is so old school.
Unclog toilets and drains.
Well,
unless you're at someone else's house, then you leave that for them, right, Josh?
That's right. You invited me over. I take a dump and ruin your toilet. You clean it up.
No, this is how good. This is how good your food was.
Never leave a man in the
come
field.
out of the bathroom and you point your thumb and you go, I wrecked that place in there. Good luck.
Here's one that's really stupid. Pack a lunch. Who can't pack a lunch?
Pat.
I can't pack a lunch. My mom packed my lunch.
I will never pack a
50
lunch
years
again
ago.
because I had to when I was in school and I was embarrassed every day. I had to because everybody else bought their lunch at the cafeteria. And I had to steal money from old people before I could get lunch bought.
I was on the free lunch program. Talk about being bullied.
Oh.
It's like, hey, why are you bullying? I'm already very poor, and now you're going to make fun of me for it?
Oh, Josh. Can I take you out to lunch today?
No, I'm fine now.
We can tell.
So the way the program worked, they would let everyone know that you
I
were
had
on.
to pull out it was a punch card, so I carry it with me, and I had to hand it to them. And they made it, subtle. It was bright neon orange, and
Like a DUI license plate from Ohio.
Here's one for you, Josh. Read a challenging book cover to cover.
Okay, yeah. I've done it.
I've done it.
What's the most challenging book you've read? Would you say?
Probably Anna Karenina.
That's a tough one. Yeah.
Karenina. I can't even say it.
Challenging, you can't say the title.
I was so disappointed with that book.
Oh my God! What are you talking about?
It was supposed to.
right,
I
we
was
gotta talk
supposed
about
to
this
change
off the
my
air.
life, and it was not that challenging.
Maybe you should have tried reading it in English.
The original Russian's real tough.
Yeah, I really had no idea. All these backwards letters. What the hell's
Right.
going on here?
Get on a plane, train, or bus and go somewhere on your own.
Her name was Ann Karen, but
It's one of the things I don't think is on this list. This is not a joke. Someone told me that by the time a kid goes to college, you should be able to leave them in your house and leave for a week, and when you come back, the house is still intact.
Well, of course. That doesn't happen.
I'm guessing. I'm just going to guess, but I don't think Tom ever had that happen. This is just a shot in the dark.
All right. Okay.
Party at the Griswold.
Yeah, I can't go into too much detail, but it's interesting the number of times I've met the police. Oh, hi, Tom. We got a call.
that.
Yeah, I've been there.
And then the last one we'll do is turn off all plumbing and electrical breakers.
The only way I know how to
What?
do that,
No.
I don't know where my water shut-off is.
Oh, you got to know.
I'm surprised.
I know where I can shut it off at the water softener.
We did not
but-
either. We had to have handyman Mike come over last weekend to show
Yeah,
us.
you got to know where that is, and you've got to know
I think it's out at the curb.
where the boxes are.
The curb.
Out to the curb.
Whoa.
I think so.
Yeah, the water shut off. That's really
Some
important.
people, it's outside. They have to have this big key thing, and turn it.
And you got to know where the sump pump, if depending on where you live, what your house is like, all that stuff.
Something pumping.
Yeah, walk through. Yeah.
There's a lot. There are a lot more, but we've.
Yeah, this is fun. And then there's also a list for old people do.
Yeah.
I think it's very important when you reach the age of 50 that you have a drawer that has a series of old cell phones that no longer work and the chargers.
And iPads and laptops and I have a whole.
How many iPads, MacBooks, or whatever, laptops, iPads, old phones do you have in a drawer somewhere?
I have them in a box now because we just moved, and it's in a tote that's like this deep and this wide. I don't know what to do with them.
I bet I have 10 of those.
Oh my gosh.
Mix and match.
Yeah.
How many old routers do you have in a box?
I do. You like? Yeah.
Really? Oh,
Yeah,
I
2 or
return
3.
those when you-
I had to go through like 2 or 3 routers before I got one I liked. Yeah.
Well, this is really fun. I'm enjoying this a lot.
We have a lot more.
Okay. What else is coming up in the news?
We have a British Airways flight attendant loses it in business class.
Blimey.
Yeah, we have.
I can't believe we don't have this story every day. Flight attendant loses it. You know what I mean?
this
Well, I don't
guy.
think this one was working.
This is a really good one.
Right. A gender reveal at 30,000 feet.
Oh.
And the
I'm a man.
Hey, take a look at this.
I think gender reveals are now illegal.
What?
Yeah. You have to let the kid decide when they're 7.
Oh, okay.
I'll tell you how to unclog a drain when I come back. The best unclogged drain liquid that I've found.
Oh,
in the
okay.
history of the world. It's amazing.
Gasoline?
I stand by it.
Well,
gasoline. You need a empty beer bottle, gasoline, and a rag, and you can unclog anything in 2 seconds.
It's a Russian technique, right?
Yeah. Unbelievable.
you want to have one of those long lighters though.
Oh yeah.
That way.
That's key.
That way you can clear the door when the explosion blows you out of the bathroom.
That seems like a pro tip.
Right now, this portion of the Bob and Tom Show is brought to you by the Silac Insurance Company. One of these days, you're going to be retiring. It would be really nice to know that you're going to have money left over and money to, well, put it this way, money that's coming your way every month. That's what annuities are all about. It's about countering the volatility of the stock market, which lately up, down, up, down, up, down, 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 up, down. It's really confusing. And how about
How'd it go again?
I think it went up, down, up, down, up, down, 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 up, down, down, down. I think is what happened. You can counter the volatility of the stock market with an annuity. Annuities, of course, the experts are those folks at the Silac Insurance Company. Annuities are designed to protect your retirement, so the money comes in on a regular basis. And by the way, you can't outlive your money. With an annuity, you don't have to stress about your retirement money running out. So find out all the details with a Silac annuity. Some restrictions apply. To learn more, just go to silacins.com. And it's SILACins.com. Another easy way to just get some information is take your phone and call pound 250. You just hit that hashtag, whatever you call it, pound sign, and then the number is 250, and say the words lifetime income. Just for some information, call pound 250, say the words lifetime income. Find out about an annuity from the Silac Insurance Company. They like to say, plan on it, live on it, from our friends at the Silac Insurance Company, sponsors of the Christy Lee News Desk. We are in the O'Reilly Auto Parts Studios, and this is the Bob and Tom Show.
The reviews are in, and America can't get enough of Chick McGee's Silac commercial. Fanatical fans everywhere are even watching it in reverse. You know, this actually kind of makes sense. Truth is, you won't be finding any retirement checks in your mailbox until you first go back into your house and log on to silacins.com. At the Silac website, you'll even find a special link just for Bob and Tom listeners. Hey, hold on now. This part shouldn't be going backwards. There we are. It's silacins.com. Don't go backwards in retirement. Look forward to your retirement. Look into an annuity from Silac Insurance.
So we're getting back to your hobbies, James. You're a bowler.
Yes.
You got that going for you.
Yes, I
Golf, skydiving, scuba diving, skiing. You went skydiving? How'd that go?
Yes, I did. Well,
was it a tandem jump or did you?
It was a tandem jump. Yeah, scared me. I'm big.
I was going to say, I don't
scared
wanna,
you.
Who were you with?
I was going to say
the other dude. I was strapped to the guy.
What do you weigh in at? Do you mind if I ask?
Then I was about 280, I guess. I'm probably 295 now.
Oh my! Now is the person when you do the tandem? Is the person with the
to land
chute
on somebody else?
Is the person with the chute in back of you?
He's behind you. You don't have to do anything. You're basically like luggage.
You're looking at. You're just watching the ground come at you while the guy behind you
has the
chute and does all the work.
And you've never been so glad to have a man strapped to your behind. Ever. You will never. And you know, they call it a sport, too.
Well, sure,
the
it's
whole
very
time
difficult.
They're like, did you like the sport? And I was like, falling is not a sport. You know, if it was, my grandmother would win a medal. The Silver Hip Award goes to.
Yes.
If you want to make a sport, you should just throw the parachute out of the plane and then make the guy jump and put it on before he hits the ground.
Oh, I like that.
Now for competition, throw one parachute out, 3 or 4 guys jump.
Yeah.
Oh, there you go. He won.
So did you glide in, James?
We glided in, and on the tape.
Did you fall or did you land standing?
At the very last minute, he said, "Stand up," and I was already going down, and there wasn't no. But my ears did not pop. The thing with the ears. Yeah. So when I hit the ground, immediately I was like. He was like, "How do you like it?" And I was like, "It was good. I enjoyed it very much because I could not hear myself.
Couldn't hear a thing."
Well, that's because see, if it were me, I would be tightening every orifice in my body to prevent leakage, including my ears.
Plus, there's a dude behind you.
Yeah. And that part stayed. That my ears did not pop until maybe the next day, and I had to sing that night. I was doing a play called "Smoke on the Mountain."
You're a singer? I didn't know.
Yeah, where you sing gospel music. It's a gospel music play.
You know, smoke on the mountain, fire in the sky. It's a great play. Yeah.
So I'm trying to sing. I'm like, amazing, great that we
Well, that's unfortunate. I want to apologize to anyone that might have.
I don't know if you're deaf, you automatically talk that way, even though you can speak.
That's what it sounds like when you're talking.
Yeah,
I mean,
it's nerve wracking. And the more scared, you've already done it, the more scared of it you are, the better you get out, the more you get out of it. You know, it is really like that facing your fear and all that stuff. And when you're standing in the doorway of that plane,
it's
every cell in your body screams, "You better hold on to something." I mean, it's overwhelming.
Christy and I were talking about a dream date, and I thought we would maybe
with each other, maybe for the first time ever.
Maybe it might be easier if I sent my assistant on the date with you, and then she could tell me if we had a good time or not. And then
that's exactly what
I see that coming.
Never mind. Now, do you turn your phone off?
I put it on vibrate.
And where is it?
It's in my purse usually.
Okay.
I mean, I don't look at it. I wouldn't.
Okay.
But you have to keep your phone on.
Oh, yeah, come on.
No, not only
answer it. Hold
he's
on.
wearing the Bluetooth during
No,
dinner.
that's completely false.
Absolutely.
This is important. Hold on.
Completely false. I almost never answer my phone.
All right.
Very, very rarely.
Yeah, I don't. No.
All right. So you got that, unless, of course, it's one of your kids, right?
Well, that's the thing. I look at it. And,
Yeah, but you got 5. 4 of them could call at any time.
Yeah, 6 out of 10 calls are from your kids. You know that.
Yeah, 6 out of 10.
Which happens 7 out of 10 times.
Yeah.
9 out of 10.
The other 4 are wrong dials.
And chances are you're going to have to go pick up one of them, so that means I'm going to be sitting there by myself for a while.
You're bitching at me already? I haven't even answered the phone.
So there you go.
What would be your opening
Shiraz or
salvo conversationally? What would you open with if
I've known you all half my
say you
life.
didn't.
What do you do for a living? Mm-hmm.
Say you didn't. What would you ask me something, or would you start telling me about your
Let's
life?
not do that. No, let's just approach this like you two, the two people that you are. What would you talk to?
Let's stay in
reality. So we go.
You know, I've never thought of you romantically.
Well, we have 2 hours to kill. Let's talk about what's wrong with chick.
Wow.
Let's talk about how you
Sex, baby.
Yes, sex. How you like it?
How do you approach it?
Well, see, now we had how you
going to approach it, Tom?
See, now we had the list of first date turnoffs.
How you gonna crack this code?
Come on.
Here we go.
How are you going to get those ankles on your shoulders? That's what I want.
Yeah, because see, not on this list from USA Today. Mismatched clothes, 36% first date turnoff, and you go up the list,
close.
and body odor, 94%. I'm clean, I have no body odor. But my pet peeve of first date turnoffs: women who don't put out.
Wow.
It turns and sways.
Okay. Well, thanks for the call. Have a great day today. We're going to move
And I've got
forward.
one more thing. May I say one more thing? I've been waiting 20-some years for this. Is everybody listening?
Yeah, we're listening.
Okay. Chick, go back 20-some years, 1998, Fort Wayne, Indiana, all weekend with me.
What? There we go.
Yes. Finally.
I have, okay, whatever you say.
Okay, remember, and listen to this. You went by your real name when you checked in, and you invited me for the weekend. Now, wait.
Oh, God.
I'm going to get shot for this. And you ordered grapes and Miller Lite beer.
Yeah, that sounds like me, all right.
That's right.
Yep, that's me. Okay, Deborah, we got to go here. Christy, give me the teaser.
That couldn't have gone better.
Yeah. Somehow I blame you.
Ah, boy. Where do we go from here?
When you become a Bob and Tom VIP member, you get more and less. Wait, what? Which one is it? More or less? It's both. VIP members get more stuff to hear and less.
Me? We'll find out what it is. Does it involve the state fair? Do we know?
I don't know. I don't know anything.
Someone cough up the answer. We'll let you know at 10 o'clock coming up right here. Boom, baby.
Welcome back to the Bob and Tom Show. Christy Lee, Pat Godwin, Josh Arnold, Ace Cosby. I'm Chick McGee. We're in the O'Reilly Auto Parts Studios. Think O'Reilly Auto Parts. For all your car care needs, get the parts and service you need fast from the professional parts people at O'Reilly Auto Parts. And Tom, I believe we have a special guest. He's right there on the video screen.
He is joining us with a feature that we call News We Failed to Mention. It's Jeffrey Oskey. Hello.
Actually, that's Ed Septic.
What?
I gave Jeff the day off.
Oh, you did?
Yeah, he's been working hard, so I gave him the day off. I am Ed Septic of Ed Septic Plumbing and Supply. I was wondering if you guys could do me a favor today. I got to give a graduation commencement speech this weekend.
Oh, nice.
I wanted to run over it. It's for my niece, Tanya. I wanted to run over, get your guys' opinion, see if you like it or if I should change some stuff. So to my esteemed colleagues and high school graduates, my name is Ed Septic of Ed Septic's Plumbing and Supply. You may not know who I am, but I probably sucked out your septic at one time. Being that I am the #2 septic company in the tri-state area, I keep it Gucci. I'm throwing in some slang for the kids.
Nice.
Yeah,
it's important. Real nice.
As you set forth upon your journey, I'd like to impart a few turds of wisdom that I've learned over the past 59 years, bro.
Oh, nice.
Graduates, take what I say with a grain of sand, for who am I but a simple plumber who won't bang your dad's wife? I mean, if that's what your dad's into, we could work out an extra cost. Never mind. I'm going to keep it real AF with you, class. As I look upon this class, I see future doctors, future lawyers, future crooks, future crook doctors and crook lawyers. I see future mothers and fathers, and unfortunately, I see a few current mothers and fathers as well. And yes, I'm talking to you, Tanya and Jamie. I told you that rhythm method don't work. Now, I'm from a time where if a gal got knocked up in high school, she'd be expelled. The baby daddy, of course, could stay, because how you going to win a state championship without your star quarterback who knocked up your sophomore? Never mind. I'm not saying they were better times, just different times. I'm just saying, Tanya, be grateful they're letting you walk today, you chuz. It's okay. She's my niece. I can say that. Sorry, I got off topic, Bob and Tom. There was a horrible thing last night at the Indian restaurant down at 4th and Deli. I was up to my elbows in curry and feces. It was horrible. So I'll be honest, I'm winging some of this. But as the kids say, let me cook.
All right.
Anyways, some of you are headed off to college so you can start a life heavily in debt. I'll give you a hint. I've applied for lots of jobs over the years. Not one has made me prove I graduated from college. No cap. I mean, keep it within reason on your resume. Don't say you went to Columbia or some douchey school like that. Sure. Make it believable. Yeah. Some of you, like me, will go into the trades. I'll be honest, if you don't mind dealing with feces on a daily basis, this isn't a bad occupation. Oh. It pays hella good. I own 3 jet skis, his and her mopeds, and a backyard trampoline. Wow. I don't mean to brag, but I can afford to go to Applebee's, twice a month. Me and my old lady are eating good in the neighborhood. Wow. Yeah. Once again, the only negative, the feces. As you go forth, I want you to be aware there are many paths to choose. You may have never even considered being a plumber before this moment. Not to be sus, but ladies, I'm talking to you. The plumbing industry currently has a huge chick shortage. Oh. No cap. We're always looking to hire a few good broads, so keep that in mind. If you can handle a snake, we can handle working with a chick. Finally, and plus, I finally get to see some plumbers crack that ain't got lint stuck in the hair. Anyways, like my great-great-granddaddy always say, plumbing is a noble profession, an honorable profession, if you don't mind the feces. Anyway, I'll leave you kids today with these words of wisdom. Try to impart them into your lives as you move forward on your journey to tomorrow. As the great Theodore Franklin plumber so eloquently put it, plunge softly and carry a long snake, and you will unclog. Go forth, graduates. Congratulations.
Thank you very much.
Yeah, you think that'll work?
Yeah, that's good.
All right. You guys have a good day, Bob and Tom.
No cap.
Very inspiring.
All right. Very, very good. Let's squeeze in Today in History, shall we?
Sure.
We'll do an abbreviated version
Time
of it.
now for Today in History. We're going to squeeze it in an abbreviated version. Here's Tom.
Let's see. Walter Chrysler founded the Chrysler Corporation.
Oh, I've heard of them.
Egomaniac.
In 1925. By the way, the Chrysler building is up for sale again.
It is?
Yeah. One of the most beautiful buildings in New York City.
You guys want to pitch in?
I don't think I have enough. I got to count my money jar.
Could they use like a timeshare? Could you turn it into a timeshare?
Yeah. The final episode of the Ed Sullivan Show aired on this date in 1971. Most famous, of course, for the Beatles' live debut on TV. The Beatles were first on television on Jack Parr.
Jack was way ahead of his time.
Filmed, yeah. And Ed Sullivan, very awkward as a host.
Yeah, not TV friendly.
No, it looked like
fine,
hideous,
like the opposite of Ryan Seacrest.
Yeah,
yeah.
But had great acting.
It's a shame that I always think of Ed Sullivan, and I always wonder why didn't anyone write a wonderful song about being on the Ed Sullivan Show.
You mean like in Bye Bye Birdie?
Oh, thanks, Chick.
Ed Sullivan.
Yeah.
We're going to be on Ed Sullivan.
Yes, there you
go. David Bowie releases The Rise and Fall of Ziggy Stardust on this date in 1972.
A rare mistake.
And he released the album. He didn't drop it. So in those days, if you dropped it, it might break.
Yeah.
Christy, Sex and the City premiered on HBO in 1998.
Yeah, I kind of missed that.
Do you know what?
I watched all of it.
Do you know what the new installment of that series is called?
It's got a new name.
And just like that.
Oh.
Why would they drop the brand? Was that a copyright issue?
I don't know.
Happy birthday, Robert Englund.
Yeah.
Oh, yeah.
Freddy Krueger, right?
Yeah, very good.
Spelled with a U.
Yeah. How would you spell Kruger?
Do you? No, I mean England is with a U.
Oh, right. Instead of an A.
Sorry. And then, don't you have one of his claws, Josh?
I have a Freddy glove. Yes, it was not worn by Robert Englund or anything, but yes.
Does it have the blades on it and everything?
Yeah.
Seriously, how much? If you could make a guess, how much would one cost that Robert Englund actually wore in one of the movies?
Good gosh,
Right?
thousands.
Six figures?
Maybe not six figures,
Yeah,
but
up there.
Yeah.
And lastly, a couple more. My favorite actor, Paul Giamatti, born in 1967.
And that's my favorite actor.
Sideways, The Holdovers. If they ever make a movie about this show, I think Paul Giamatti could play Josh Arnold.
That'd be great. We did a side-by-side once, and it was pretty good. He's going to play Art Bell.
That's a great choice.
Whoa.
Yeah, which I'm very much looking forward to.
Okay, and lastly, someone might get this. Happy birthday, Matthew Schaefer. Anyone?
Boy, I don't know,
Matthew
Tom.
Schaefer.
I think Ace has had lunch with him.
You have?
Uncle Cracker.
Oh. I know. I've got a...
I just called him Unk.
Unk. I have a picture. I introed him at a concert once for the Toyota Corporation.
Why'd you just call him Unk? Why didn't you call him Cracker?
Nice guy. He was very friendly.
Meeting you in a restaurant, you just stand up, Cracker! Hey, Cracker! 80
Cracker.
people turn around.
Yeah.
Cracker, please, over here.
Where's Aunt Whitey? Oh, come on.
Always one step too far.
That's right. These are the O'Reilly Auto Parts Studios. This is the Bob and Tom Show.
Alex and Christian are both great competitors. That doesn't always translate to a smooth workplace.
Hydrate, hydrate.
Boom. Productivity around here? Not smooth. Excuse me 1 second, guys. That's it. One of you get me a coffee.
Want a barista quality coffee fast? With Java House, you just peel, pour, and enjoy. No complicated brewer needed. Amazingly smooth. Not smooth.
I made this crazy movie called Freddy Got Fingered, and it was, I wrote it, I directed it, and it was a really, really crazy movie, and it won the Raspberry Awards, and people said it was the worst movie ever made, and all this stuff. But that was sort of the point, was to make the craziest
worst movie, yeah.
Kind of the point of it, right? So now what's happened is, and really what's been a really exciting thing about going and doing these shows is, people are coming out to the shows. They're bringing their Freddy Got Fingered DVDs, and it's sort of turned into a bit of a cult.
Sure.
Smash. I've gotten a call from the studio recently. They said the DVDs have been selling through the roof. They've sold over 1 million units of the DVD.
And didn't I hear that you're going to do a director's cut?
I want to do a director's cut of the movie because because there are scenes that just when you edit when you do one of these commercial studio movies, especially a movie like that, they focus group it and you had to change things and tighten it all up.
Right.
So there are some crazy scenes that I'd like to get back into it, but also it's sort of just I think the irony of doing a director's cut for me personally is pretty funny.
Whenever there's a movie, there's always a porno movie that someone makes based on the title.
Yeah, it was called Freddy Got Fingered.
Okay, back to you, Tom Green.
People actually, to be honest, the things that people really like out of the movie are some of the sillier scenes, not so much the gross scenes, but people always come up to me and they say, "Daddy, would you like some sausage?" Which is this line from the movie. "Daddy, would you like some sausage?" So I sing that on stage. Come see me on tour. We'll be singing some of the hits.
Sing along. That's all right.
That's your Stairway to Heaven?
Yeah, that's my Stairway. The Bum Bum song would be my Stairway to Heaven. That went to #1 on MTV, the Bum Bum song.
When you Google Freddy Got Fingered, the first thing that comes up, the first line is Freddy Got Fingered quotes.
Yeah.
That's the first thing.
Yeah.
And then you go to that page and the sausage.
Yeah.
The sausage organ comment is the very first line.
There's all sorts of very silly lines in the movie.
Yeah, there's a whole pile of quotes here.
Yeah, so I was in a rap group when I was in Canada when I was a teenager. That was actually
what were they called?
We were called Organized Rhyme. We were actually had a record deal when I was 19 years old.
No kidding.
Right out of high school with A&M Records, and we had a #1 hit, in many
Canada?
markets in Canada. We were the Much Music Video Award of the Year for Best Rap Video. That was sort of the...
Is that on your website?
You can find it on there. Yeah, you can find it on there, and you can find it on YouTube. And, the thing, that was sort of my first sort of realization, hey, I want to work in show business, I was sort of like, all of a sudden I had this record, and we were touring, and we were doing radio shows, and I went and started my radio show, and right after that, and... it was initially a rap music show that I turned into a talk show, which then turned into my TV show. I've had a lot of great rappers on my website too. Like if you go on TomGreen.com, you can see me rapping with Too Short and Exhibit. There's this funny video of me rapping with Exhibit where I surprise him with this rap that's ended up on YouTube. It's got 2.5 million views now, and it's sort of funny because you see these rappers who just aren't expecting me to start rapping, and then I start rapping in their face, which is fun. So.
Canadian rap.
Right back
Canadian rap. Yeah, you can see why you haven't heard of it.
Hey.
Canadian rap.
Tom Green is our guest.
I did go out with a girl a lot younger than me, which was an odd experience.
Yeah.
A lot younger, early 30s, very early 30s, 22. And
Yeah.
it was a mistake because I thought I'd be the older, well, for two reasons it was a mistake. One, I thought I'd be the older experienced man and I would teach her about love, so I'm very confident, I'm giving her hot talk in her ear. I don't know if you've ever done that where you're right next to someone's ear and you're kind of like... I'm paraphrasing.
Of course, I understand.
This is in the transcript. Hey, baby, you like that? Do you like what I'm doing, baby?
Yeah, I like it.
Oh, well, I bet you do. Yeah, well, I think you're hot.
I think you're hot too.
I'm getting turned on by the own girl in my own routine. I'm actually thinking,
were you doing both voices then?
Voices?
Yeah, Bob and I are on the same page.
I'm sitting there, you doing both voices while you're whispering in her ear?
Yeah.
It's like a ventriloquist.
Yeah.
You all right?
It's just my sock puppet, honey. Just play along. Lonely time.
I think you're hot too.
Oh, yeah, do you? Well, I'm going to give it to you.
I want you to give it to me, baby. Tell me about what you got down there.
Uh-oh.
What did you say?
Tell me what you got down there.
What do you want to know about it?
Just tell me all about it.
Well, I've had it my whole life. I keep it very clean. I'm fastidious about hygiene.
Now tell me what it does.
It works well with others. Team player, self-motivated.
Well, tell me how big it is.
Well, that is an issue of perspective. You can't judge it. You got to go right now?
Oh, come on.
Hey, see you on Craigslist. Another smooch girl.
Dwight Slade is our guest.
That was a bad move.
These guys are hot. Boom, baby. All right. We got a bunch of cool stuff coming up. Don't go anywhere.
Welcome back to the Bob and Tom Show at the Silac Insurance News Desk. It's Christy Lee.
Hello.
There's Pat Godwin.
Hello.
Hello, Josh Arnold.
May I share some texts coming up here from my brothers?
Oh, there's Ace
we love
Cosby.
it.
Hey, we're in the O'Reilly Auto Parts Studios. I'm Chick McGee. There's Tom Griswold. Josh, what do you have?
My brother, we have the Arnold Brothers text. What do they call that?
Group text?
Yes, thank you.
Yeah.
And Joey Wednesday.
Joey Wednesday.
Last night he texted, how do I fix a water heater when the pilot light will not stay with a flame? That's what he wrote.
Oh.
My brother Jeff replied, turn gas all the way up for 2 days, then shoot firework into house.
Helpful.
These are the kind of helpful.
Oh my gosh.
See, being an only child, that's the kind of stuff that I feel like I was left out on.
It's not helpful at all.
Shoot firework in the house.
Very good, very good. Now it's time to switch gears and head over that way. That's the
Wait a minute. I'm sorry. Go ahead. Silac Insurance News Desk.
Yes.
But that seems like something you should be able to do by when you're 18 is to work, not repair, but keep a pilot light lit on your water heater. I can't do that. Can you do that?
I can't do that.
I'm freaked out by the water heater.
I'm freaked out by natural gas. I jump when I turn my stove on now because I have a gas cooktop.
She's constantly, she's just terrified of everything. She's nonstop.
It's kind of scary.
What happens? What if I burst into flames?
Just because you're lying down with your head in the stove.
Right.
I'm longing for the relief that death will bring.
You should be able to know what it means when you smell natural gas in your house.
Yes.
That'd be important to know.
Yeah, call someone immediately. Yeah.
Absolutely. Yeah.
Once again, we were going over a list of things you're supposed to know when you're 18. I think we've pretty much run the score.
People have a library card now? No?
I don't have a library card.
I do, but can you? Well, I don't think I can use the library anymore because I moved out of the
I just
county,
masturbate at home.
Thank you, Josh. We appreciate that.
That is free internet. Yeah.
Signs that you're that you've learned things by the time you're 50.
Yeah.
Okay, so these are things every 50-year-old plus should know?
Yeah.
Okay.
That you're not supposed to refer to your coffee as rocket fuel.
You're not supposed to say "pull my finger." How about that? One of those.
How about constantly say they don't build them like this anymore? Refer to your knees as the twins.
I've never heard that. Oh, the twins are acting up today?
Yeah.
How about when did those people be able to do that?
Oh,
that's a 50-year-old thing. That's not me.
fair.
Right.
Oh. Yeah.
Take great pride in guessing what years certain movies came out. Like we all do that.
I do that in here all the time.
You know what Josh has done to me on several occasions? And he doesn't even know. It just hurts my feelings.
Oh, no.
Cuts me to the quick. He'll say something like, hey, did you see Jaws in the theater?
Man, it didn't occur to me that could be considered a negative question at all.
What did you do when The Godfather came out?
I'm just, you know me, I'm a student of...
You're a stooge.
of film, and I always just wondered where people... I just love thinking about stuff like that. Even like way, way older.
Yeah, when you saw Buster Keaton movies in the theater, did they serve popcorn?
Like the story of...
Did you buy Charlie Chaplin dinner?
Like the story of that one movie called like Arriving Train, and people in the theater got up and ran out because they thought a train was actually...
That was like one of the first movies ever shown in public? Yeah. They thought the train was coming?
But no,
true?
I always just wonder what it was like to see certain...
He's doing it again!
But it doesn't bother me when my,
Well, that's because you're young.
When my niece and nephew ask me, hey, did you see... Or I'll say, like, have you seen Scream? Like, oh, yeah, I remember seeing the first Scream in the theater. What?
I don't really remember seeing any movie in the theater. Oh, Pulp Fiction, I guess. That was Ferris Bueller. I clearly remember seeing that. I thought that was a hell of a movie.
I saw that in the theater, too.
Yeah. Well, any, like, Last Picture Show or something? Or one of those deals?
Of course. Which theater I saw it in? Is that what you're asking?
Well, no. Do you vividly remember seeing it and enjoying it and wanting to see it again?
Oh, sure.
Thinking it was wonderful.
My dad told me about how he saw It's a Mad, 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 Mad World in a CinemaScope theater.
Oh, wow.
He said the scene with the ladder just swinging back and forth. He was like a kid and just amazed. So I just love stories like that.
I saw Top Gun, one of those 70 millimeter cinemas. Yeah.
Is Mission Impossible going to be out as a...
It's in IMAX.
It is? Okay. And you just saw it and thought it was great?
I love those movies, though. Yeah, I love that.
We called them yesterday. We talked about it. They're popcorn movies.
Yeah.
I hope to see that.
It's almost 3 hours. So
Is it really?
Yeah.
That may be... I may have to take a break.
Zowie. That's one where you have to wait a little bit until it comes to the house.
I just love that stuff.
No, I don't want to watch. I want to watch it in a theater, but I don't want to sit there for 3 hours. Maybe.
Well, then what are you going to do?
Yeah, what are you going to do? You can't
ask him to pause the movie. You should have gone to his yesterday. You would have gotten a 20-minute break.
Yeah, you could go. You could take a healthy duker there.
All right.
20 minutes.
Another sign that you're old?
Yeah.
You brag about how long it is you can hold your pee while you're at a restaurant?
What? You guys do that?
I don't know.
I don't know.
Can we get some bread for the table? And did you know I can hold my pee for 10 minutes? Did you know that?
If we're having dessert, I got to take a break. Well, let's move on. We have Christy Lee at the Silac Insurance News Desk. What do you got over there?
Well, I have some good news for women, apparently. If you're a coffee drinker.
All right, broads, listen up.
Hi, my lady friends out there. A new study suggests drinking coffee may support healthy aging in women. The researchers followed nearly 50,000 women over 30, examining the effects of caffeinated coffee, tea, decaf, and soft drinks.
I think I've followed over 50,000 women over 30.
Yeah. Okay. Healthy aging was defined as reaching age 70 or older without major chronic illness or cognitive decline.
Did you ever long for a woman with a pair of binoculars?
You looked at a woman with through binoculars before?
I will admit this, at a ball game. Our family would take binoculars because we were always in the nosebleeds.
Right.
And at a Cardinals game,
you would scan
my eyes
would.
Hey, Josh, McGuire just hit one out. What are you looking at?
Who?
Did you ever read Jim Bouton's great book, Ball 4?
I can't believe
it's only it's probably considered one of the classics in the history of baseball writing.
Does he look at hot women? And
there's a scene in which Mickey Mantle may or may not have been. Okay, never mind.
Women who aged well typically consumed about 315 milligrams of caffeine daily. That would be the equivalent of 3 small cups of coffee.
So the coffee is helpful in helping women live longer.
Yes.
Well, that's nice to know.
The answer is always, have you noticed when any coffee thing comes out, it's always 3 cups.
Yeah. It's like the magic number.
Yes, yeah.
Yeah, in fact, it even says here, each additional daily cup up to 2.5 was linked to a modest increase in the likelihood. Why can't I say likelihood?
Because you're not drinking enough coffee.
Healthy aging. So it could be up to 5, I guess.
Wow.
No, then you vibrate into another dimension.
I don't drink coffee out of this room. Do you? Or out of this building?
Yes, I do. Yeah.
I do on Saturday and Sunday morning. I'll have 1 cup of espresso, but that's it.
Do you ever drink so much caffeine that you're jittery and you kind of get sick?
Yeah, all the time.
Yeah, that's what I thought. Yeah. That's why I asked. Good thing you haven't had any heart procedures. That's probably best.
Well, we have heart attacks coming up in the news.
Oh, boy. That's
Yes.
Heart attacks in the news.
And it could happen on the toilet. We'll talk about it.
Oh,
Yeah.
on the toilet. What do you?
Barrels of
isn't there
pooping.
something about somebody on The Sopranos? I forget the character's name, but he passed away on the toilet because
Was he straining?
something about his sphincter. And,
that's
I have that. Yep.
It's
well, coming up.
quite
Coming
common,
in.
I guess.
All
Barrels
right.
of pooping.
We have a number of interesting things coming up, including, I hope we get to it, Abraham Lincoln in the news.
Yes, we will get to that.
Kind of cool, actually. Interesting stuff about the great President Abraham Lincoln. Also, we have some cool airline news on the way. Right now, the Bob and Tom Show, sponsored by BetterHelp. BetterHelp is all about accessing therapy online because therapy can be extraordinarily important. And it's important to understand that it's important to reach out. It's okay to ask for help with whatever is on your mind. And the idea of BetterHelp is to hook you up with a therapist online. So you'll fill out a kind of a questionnaire, and they have some 35,000 therapists with lots of different specialties. They'll hook you up with one, and then the therapy is done online. So it's a lot more convenient. Some 35,000 therapists are working the program. More than 10 million people have participated, and you could be one of them. It's the largest online therapy provider in the world, and BetterHelp can provide access to mental health professionals, once again, with a diverse set of specialties. So you can talk it out with BetterHelp. Bob and Tom listeners get 10% off their first month if you go to BetterHelp.com/BT show. That's BetterHelp, HELP.com/BT show. and BetterHelp is about accessing therapy. It's done online. You can do it with a camera on, a camera off. You can do it even by texting back and forth. It's up to you, but it's obviously a lot more convenient. Get the details, BetterHelp.com/BT Show. Coming up, we also have an interesting idea about hanging around with ugly people. Wait till you hear this one.
What?
We are in the O'Reilly Auto Parts Studios. Hey, Uggo, come here. I got something for you.
Uggo!
This is the Bob and Tom Show.
Break up with your brewer. Switch to Java House. Amazingly smooth barista quality cold brew in seconds with no equipment required. Just peel and pour over hot or cold water. Effortlessly easy. Coffee, teas, hydration and energy drinks, hot cocoa and more. Order online at javahouse.com. Java House, the official coffee and refreshments of the Bob and Tom Show.
One of my favorite things you've ever discussed in the show, and if you wouldn't mind maybe doing a little bit of this for me, you have talked about marriage on this show to the point that we actually get requests all the time.
Well, good.
For people to hear your little discussion about this, which is brilliant. And I don't want to give away any of it, but would you mind relating a little bit? You know what I'm talking about?
Well, I mean, I was married for 3 years, and which is not a long time, you know. We were supposed to be together until one of us died.
True.
I never even had a fever.
Yeah.
My friends were shocked I got divorced. You're getting divorced? That's weird. You seem so happy at the wedding. The wedding? Yeah, that's not part of the marriage. No. It's like telling a shark attack victim, gee, you seemed okay on the beach. And to speak to Christy's point, you know, my wife felt I was too down, I was too negative. Well, this divorce should help.
Yeah, there you go.
She said I had changed. You know, you didn't used to be like this. If I'd known going to be like this, I never would have gone to bed with you. Hey, guess why I didn't tell you?
Yeah, okay.
And of course, you know, marriage is hard. We all know it. The proof here in the room, the success and. Einstein.
Gotcha.
Marriage is so hard. Einstein got divorced.
Yeah. Albert Einstein's unbelievable.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, Albert Einstein, arguably the most intelligent man who ever lived, got divorced. They should tell you that before you get married. It shouldn't be, do you love her? Do you want to spend the rest of your life with her? It should be, do you think you're smarter than Einstein? And there you have it.
Yeah.
Nick Griffin, ladies and gentlemen.
When you become a Bob and Tom VIP member, you get more and less.
Wait, what? Which one is it? More or less?
It's both. VIP members get more stuff to hear and less commercials to not hear.
So Bob and Tom VIP is a good deal?
Yeah, more or less.
Become a Bob and Tom VIP member. First step, click the link at bobandtom.com.
In the next room, we have Donnie Baker and the Pork Pistols. Now, do you guys have a little tune you're going to play for us?
Yeah, we got a tune. This goes, since you was talking to Johnny Rutherford from Mike and the Mechanics, this goes to Christy Lee. There's something about you. Yeah. There's something in the air tonight. Christy Lee so fire-ass hot. This tape is dedicated to her from Donnie Baker and the Pork Pistols on Q95. I bet you're not wearing underwear tonight. Oh, Lord. And we pray there ain't hair under there tonight. Oh, Lord. Oh, Lord. Chill of the night, if you don't wear undies, your booty's gonna get cold. Chill of the night, if you don't wear panties, your body's gonna get stoned. White snakes. White snake. Ooh. Christy Lee. Ooh. Better get with me. I just want to get close to you and set my pork sword free. And I just want to get close to you, 'cause 1 and 1 makes 3. Ooh, baby. Ooh, baby. Chill of the night, chill of the night, chill of the night. It gets real cold, so you don't need panties, Christy Lee. You got Donnie and the chill of the night, chill of the night, chill of the night. Q95 playing a white snake for Christy, and she's sitting in a puddle. And chill of the night, chill of the night, chill of the night, night.
Show, some of us not understanding words and tribute and honoring. And where am I? Christy Lee, Josh Arnold, Pat Godwin, Ace Cosby. I'm Chick McGee. We're in the O'Reilly Auto Parts Studios. Hello, Tom. What do you got going on over there, buddy?
I was just thinking about something. We were talking about movies and how certain movies should be seen in a theater. I mentioned the one, was it Twisters?
Yeah.
That's a
I saw that in the theater, and they've got the great sound thing going. And
oh, yeah.
But if I'm at home, I get so distracted, I just can't. I never watch the whole thing, and it's
like you pay attention when you're in the theater.
Well, that's the other thing. I can remember if I get bored, I'll start. First of all, Chick McGee famously said something. If a movie, I'll be thinking,
what?
Well, it looks like a really nice day. And to think that they had to waste a lot of time filming this thing.
What a beautiful sunny day.
Yeah.
They spent it making this movie.
Yeah.
Hey, dear Bob and Tom.
But no, I was thinking, you mentioned the Last Picture Show.
Yes.
And I was thinking about that scene toward the end where it's I think Timothy Bottoms and Cloris Leachman, and she throws the coffee pot at the wall. And I start thinking, boy, they better take care of that pretty soon, or that's going to just stain that drywall.
Do you think that in The Odd Couple when Oscar throws the spaghetti?
Yeah,
no, it's linguine.
Oh, I'm sorry.
Yeah, but no,
you don't even know that's linguine.
Now it's garbage.
Or I'll be thinking, I wish they had a thing. I wish there was a thing you could. I always remember watching this one movie, thinking, God, those kitchen cabinets are so well done. I wonder where I could get those.
That was my favorite. Parasite was a good movie. It was okay. I don't know if it was Best Picture, but I love that house they lived in.
Especially that big glass.
Like crazy
looks
modern.
out of that backyard.
Yeah. I like that style. That's antiseptic.
Do you really?
Looks like a robot manufacturing place.
It does.
Yeah.
Minimalism?
Yeah. Cement floors. Yeah.
No, thank you.
Dear Bob and Tom.
Opposite of what I like.
Several years ago, my aunt and uncle had a peacock on their farm.
Oh.
One year, they were hosting a family function.
Mm-hmm.
The peacock attacked my other uncle's black SUV because it saw its reflection in the truck.
I see.
Ergo, thought it was another peacock. It ended up causing over $4,000 in damage to the SUV.
I feel you got took.
Dot. The peacock was missing shortly after that.
Aw. Don't wax your truck.
Keep the laughs coming from Ben.
Okay, thank you, Ben. I was thinking possibly a new feature. We did this once before this morning. We could do it again. Asked me to dig deep in my stack of old emails.
I love this feature.
Oh, yeah.
No, not now, but
we got away from it.
Remind me.
One day we'll do it.
Okay, because I've got some in my office that probably go back a decade.
Holy cow.
Jesus.
What?
You still have them?
Yeah.
In your
Why?
office? Yeah. I thought you got rid of this borderline hoarding with newspapers and things and magazines.
I did at home.
Are you telling me now that your office is packed with junk like
There may be some
Tom.
Tom.
that's a shame.
Get in a program, will you?
It'll be fun. Oh, come on. It'll be fun.
Porters Anonymous?
Probably get letters from people that are dead now. It'll be great.
Oh, that'll be great. Relatives will start crying on the way to work.
Hey, sorry, Sid. We got your request in.
Oh.
it's a
Sid.
Thanks. Sid died last year.
There's an email from Louis Anderson. He'd like to promote his new show.
Please have me on the show.
Oh, here's one. Kevin Meaney thanking us for him being on the show.
Oh.
Yeah.
I went with somebody.
We didn't really know. Yeah. Sorry.
Health experts are warning that a routine trip to the toilet can turn deadly. Professor Michelle Spear of the University of Bristol says the bathroom has claimed the lives of both kings and celebrities, and the culprit is often a physiological response known as the Valsalva maneuver.
Huh.
Have you heard of this?
No.
That's the act, Josh, of straining while exhaling against a closed airway, a process that can trigger fainting, irregular heart rhythms, or even sudden death in individuals with existing heart conditions.
So you're on the pooper and you drop dead?
It's medically recognized as defecation syncope.
Wow.
Syncope? Syncope? Syncope?
In The Sopranos, one of the captains of one of the family, Gigi Sestone, passed away on the toilet, a stress-induced heart attack while having a bowel movement.
There you go. That's what we're talking about.
They found him on the toilet.
It's called, what is it?
It's called, what did I say?
Defecation
Valsalva maneuver, but it's called defecation. It's syncope. I don't know if it's syncope.
That one always throws me.
Yeah.
It sounds like a boy band. Have you seen Defecation Syncope?
Before modern sanitation.
Kind of like Menudo.
The risks extended beyond the heart. People sometimes drowned after falling into cesspits or were overcome by toxic gases such as methane or hydrogen sulfide.
Cesspits?
Yes. Of course, we all know the famous bathroom-related fatality was...
Elvis.
That's right. Found collapsed at Graceland in 1977. Post-mortem revealed he suffered from severe constipation and an enlarged colon. He was reportedly straining heavily, and experts believe that may have triggered a fatal arrhythmia.
Oh, my. Here it is, Christy. Syncope.
Syncope?
Syncope, a brief loss of consciousness associated with transient cerebral anemia, as in heart block, sudden lowering of the blood pressure, fainting.
Wow. More than 2 centuries before Elvis, King George II of Britain also died after visiting the royal privy in 1760 of the same thing.
But I think I have a couple questions about this.
I'm sure you do.
With people being on their cell phones while in the toilet, that may actually be helpful then.
Why?
Because they're not in a rush.
Oh, I get it.
They're not straining.
I'm not being. I'm trying to be funny. I'm just. I think that may be the case because they're sitting there trying to get Wordle and they just sit there for 10 minutes.
Do you always have a smooth encounter?
Yeah, I don't have to. I've never had a problem in that area.
It just like jumps out of your body, right?
For the
walks out. Yeah,
I eat a lot of fiber. But but in the old days, you said that people were falling into cesspits
or overcome by the methane gas.
It's a lot safer. Back in the day, you had you said drowning in a cesspit or being eaten by wolves while walking in the woods trying to.
What I've always said, Tom, I was born too late.
Yeah, no, I'm glad. I think we have it down. I think we're doing okay.
The numbers are probably down.
Yeah.
Just
if you have a straining issue, be sure and get it checked.
Maybe eat a little more. Eat a little more fiber.
Or you could go wet and wild.
Did you ever have to stay in a place that had an outhouse?
Yeah, I vividly remember my dad's mom and dad, my grandma and grandpa had an outdoor toilet.
What did they
have indoor plumbing?
What did they call it?
Indoor toilet. They had indoor plumbing, but not.
What'd they call it?
The outhouse.
Yeah, same here.
Yeah.
Outhouse.
Didn't it have like a cool name like the Thunder Shack?
What?
I like that. I like having a nickname for your outhouse.
I wanted to call it.
This is from a guy who obviously never had to use an
No, I know. I stayed at a place where they had one.
But like the boom room.
Yeah.
That kind of thing.
Yeah.
I wanted to.
The Cornhole Cathedral.
I was trying to, I was easing into a field of comedy. Thought I was kind of funny, so I tried to sell my grandpa on the idea of calling it the Chocolate Snake Hut.
Oh,
but he didn't care for that.
I can see why.
Yeah. I'm going out to the Chocolate Snake Hut. I'll see you in a minute.
That's never gonna catch on, Chickie.
Did I?
Let it go, boy.
I told you this story about the outhouse I encountered when my buddy and I, Maury, we went up to Ontario in Canada to fish. They had the most beautiful outhouses. Self-contained. You didn't have to clean it or do anything.
Awesome.
It was an amazing ecosystem of man and science coming together to eliminate defecation. It was unbelievable. It smelled so good in there. I can't tell you, Tom.
Wonder what the secret was.
I
Did
don't
you ask?
know.
I'm guessing a lot of money.
Bacteria, I'm guessing. Live germs and amoebas and weasels eating defecant. Really? Wouldn't you think?
Oh, yeah. The poop-eating weasel in Ontario. Very famous.
Oh, yeah.
Hello. If you're just joining us, this is the Bob and Tom Show coming to you from the O'Reilly Auto Parts Studios. And posted at her post, of course, it's Christy Lee, the Silac Insurance News Desk. What's happening?
This is a Mr. Obvious story if I've ever read one.
Alrighty.
Scientists say the presence of less attractive bystanders can make a person appear more attractive.
Yeah.
Duh.
All right.
Wait a minute. What now?
If you're around ugly people, you're going to look
more
attractive.
attractive.
Better.
All right.
In the study, participants evaluated faces of moderate attractiveness alongside either highly attractive or less attractive background faces. Researchers found the target faces were rated more positively when paired with less attractive faces. Well, duh. The findings suggest that perceptions of beauty are influenced by context and emotional cues from surrounding faces, challenging the idea that attractiveness is judged in isolation. This is in current psychology.
However, isn't it what subjective here?
Of course.
People,
of course it's subjective.
Well, one man's Pat Godwin is another man's
George Clooney.
Okay. Maybe.
No, yeah. I mean, this happened earlier. We were talking about the show Get Smart.
Yes.
And we all thought...
evidently, you guys...
99, Barbara Feldon.
Was very attractive, and you disagree.
Yeah, but this is the
far
point.
Too angular.
The point here is if you put... If you put, what's his name? Joey Fatone next to Justin Timberlake in a boy band. Oh, there's the handsome guy.
Oh, boy.
Yeah, sure.
Yeah.
Ringo was never... I mean, there was always the outlier girl who, Ringo's my favorite. But
yeah.
But most, he, relatively
Sometimes
speaking.
you take your more unattractive friend as your wing person. Doesn't that?
That's an old trick. It is.
Yes,
Remember
it
that
is
movie?
an old
That
trick.
movie? A designated ugly fat friend.
Mm-hmm.
That's exactly right.
She's a duff.
Right. That's a great movie.
Wow.
Duff. Who's the girl in that? May
Whitman.
May Whitman.
And by the way, not really. She's adorable.
Yeah, she's very cute.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Well, that's...
You've never heard about that?
I've never seen that movie. No, but I mean, I understand the idea that... this is sort of saying contextually, if you have someone who's very attractive, but if they're surrounded by ultra-attractive people, they're less appealing or something.
This kind of goes for everything.
Yeah, I agree.
You have an ugly shirt on a rack, or you have a nice, crisp, clean shirt on a rack next to a bunch of ugly, wrinkled ones. That shirt's going to...
Yeah. This is, as you said, Christy, this really is the Mr. Obvious study, but I don't know.
A pair of blood-stained gloves worn by President Abraham Lincoln the night he was assassinated.
Whoa. Hey. Really?
Yes.
This is a grisly
Has
artifact.
sold for $1.52 million.
Yeah, but you get both of them.
Hey,
all right. So that's
don't be. It's one
Had
point.
them on during the play?
They were in his pocket when he was shot by John Wilkes Booth in
Hey,
1865.
Josh, you want to come over for dinner? I got something I'd like to show you.
Oh, yeah. New car? Maybe
I'd rather
kitchen redo?
I'd rather have it be a surprise.
Okay. Well, let's see what you got. Oh, my God.
The gloves were part of a 144-item auction.
And wait till you see what I have in this hat box.
To help the Lincoln Presidential Foundation pay off a long-standing loan tied to a rare artifact collection. One of two handkerchiefs
there they are.
Lincoln had with him on the night he was shot went for $826,000. Boy, he had long fingers,
Is
didn't he?
anyone else thankful for the advances we've made in glove technology?
No, but wait a minute.
Goodness.
Christy's right. If those gloves, the fingers look
They're-
20% longer than the average finger.
I think
I don't
so.
think-
his whole hand looks bigger.
I just think that's the way the gloves are made. I don't think that's to accommodate everybody.
Look at the thumb.
Yeah.
Nobody has a thumb as long as my.
Both of those thumbs are odd shape, too. They're not the same shape.
Well, they're.
That thumb is
as big.
That thumb is gigantic.
That is ridiculous.
I have thumb envy. I'll tell you that.
Didn't Lincoln have some peculiar
misshapen hands syndrome?
Didn't he have some
No, he had the
skeletal issue that
like his zygote was overgrown or
There's
something.
there is some kind of.
Oh, he was.
Now, do they know this is blood from the assassination, or was Mary on her period?
On.
You know, the play gets a little boring.
A wanted
How
poster.
about a glove job? Huh?
I believe isn't the First Lady Museum, isn't that in Canton, Ohio, or Toledo or somewhere? We could
A
go.
wanted poster featuring photos of three suspects in the assassination conspiracy led by John Wilkes Booth sold for $726,500.
Wow.
And the earliest known sample of the 16th president's handwriting from a notebook in 1824.
Oh, did you see what that? I saw
Fetched
that.
over $500,000.
Oddly, that notebook was the script to the Notebook with Ryan Gosling and
Isn't that amazing?
Isn't that weird?
Nicholas Sparks knew about this.
It's us. You're talking about us.
And Lincoln wrote, I hate writing
in cursive.
I hate writing in cursive. It's dumb.
This is so dated.
The gloves went for how much?
1.52 mil.
What would, this is a serious question. Are OJ's bloody gloves out there somewhere still?
You know?
You don't mean OJ's, you mean the real killers.
Oh, yeah, right, yeah. Yeah. Are they,
someone has them.
Did OJ ask for them back?
You can get a pair of the Bruno Mali shoes.
No, but I'm just curious. The gloves that if it doesn't, what is it? If it doesn't fit, he must have quit.
Must be in some storage locker.
I'm looking it up.
Yeah, exactly. They may still be in an evidence locker.
Oh, yeah, that's true.
It would have been funny if OJ asked for them back.
You know what the key to that was, though? If you think about it, they had him put
he splayed his fingers out.
And the surgical glove. They had him put gloves on.
See, that's the whole thing. Why did nobody? I never understood why somebody didn't stand up and go, "Wait, what the hell is he doing?"
He was told not. Darden was told not to do that.
Yeah.
No, I know,
No,
but still.
Yeah.
Like, Your Honor, hey, Ito, can you try these on in a human-like fashion?
Yeah.
The way he tried them on was definitely flawed.
It wouldn't have mattered.
I know, but
they could have had a videotape that would have of OJ doing it. They wouldn't have found him guilty.
It's really confusing where they are now. I'm trying.
What
to
were they?
find
Isotoners?
them.
According to
They were
Kanye, I think.
Eris Light, an extra XL XL glove.
All right.
What the hell are you saying?
And the shoes, but the shoes they did
your head?
for the
did.
civil trial. They found have a picture of OJ wearing the shoes.
They have all over the internet. They have him when he was doing NFL broadcast wearing those gloves plainly with the microphone back and forth.
Insane.
The gloves are likely part of the case files stored in a secure location, though their exact current location not publicly known.
Okay.
So they have not been sold, if that's what you're
But the Lincoln gloves that are bloody sold for, would you say, $1.5 million?
Yeah, so what do you think the OJ ones would go for?
I heard the guy from Pawn Stars offered $60.
Yeah.
But he's not an expert. But he
knows a guy.
He knows a guy.
Okay.
I shut my eyes now and I see Lincoln's thumb in those
I know,
gloves.
right?
It's a gigantic
God.
thumb. My God. Did you see
World's
the size
greatest
of that thing?
Hitchhiker. It's crazy. I don't know. I think he had, like I said, some weird skeletal.
Geechee Guy had the same thing. Remember?
Yeah, there's a...
Yeah, that's
Didn't
very
he say?
similar.
He
Yeah.
said that Geechee said he was related to Lincoln in some way.
Yeah.
I thought.
Wow. Okay.
All right, now I got to look that up.
Time now to check in with Chick McGee because
thank you very much.
The best Father's Day gift awaits. Just pay close attention and tell them what they have to do.
We know how painful it is to try to figure out what gift to get your father for
Marfan syndrome.
Father's Day. Marfan's. That's exactly right. Now, if your father has Marfan syndrome,
Yes.
congratulations on the size of his hands.
Yeah, no
Obviously,
joke.
The size of his Raycons, everyday earbuds. Ladies and gentlemen, they're better than ever with a 32-hour battery life and multi-point connectivity, and they're dad-priced. Raycons quick charge function, 10 minutes of charging, 90 minutes of battery, active noise cancellation, all the vibrant colors. And Raycon also has a 30-day happiness guarantee return policy because, let's face it, some of us can't please our fathers. So go to buyraycon.com/Tom today to buy for dad. Get 15% off Raycon's best-selling everyday earbuds right now. Raycon, 15% off their best-selling everyday earbuds at buyraycon.com/Tom. That's buyraycon.com/Tom.
Coming up, something rather kooky in the news. New contact lenses are out there that may allow you to see with your eyes closed. And I'm not kidding. We'll find out. We'll see. We are in the O'Reilly Auto Parts Studios. This is the Bob and Tom Show.
Bob and Tom Show.
Bob and Tom and Steven Seagal.
Steven Seagal.
Hey, Steven, how did you make your living, Steven?
You know, I made my living in the movie.
Oh, okay.
Yeah.
For the last 20 years, I've been a cop.
Uh-huh.
I understand Christy Lee is having some second thoughts about moving.
No, she already moved.
A lot of people don't know, but for 5 of the last 20 years, I've also been a real estate broker.
Really?
We had no idea. I
love open houses, man. Sunday, I show up. Meet the owners and say, "You get out the car! You get on the ground!" Yeah, it's crazy what happened.
Steven Seagal!
Yeah.
You Steven Seagal!
Yeah, I get that a lot, man.
And then you Steven Seagal!
Yeah. Hey, back up, man.
That's it. You Steven Seagal! Oh!
I made my living in the movies.
That's how my ass whooped by Steven Seagal.
For the last 2 seconds, I've been a bitch slapper. Steven Seagal. No, man.
Wow, you have sound effects and everything, huh, Steven?
Larry, the cable guy. Larry, good morning.
It's good to see you. But I got to tell you, I had a horrible nightmare.
Last night?
Last night.
Really?
Before I come in here, I dreamt the world's largest margarita. And woke up this morning, there was salt on the toilet lid. Thank God I didn't eat the worm in there, I'll tell you that much. I tell you what, I was madder than a skinhead watching the Jeffersons. I tell you what.
You think you lost money in investing? My whole people lost money in investing. Bernie Madoff came along and set us back 10,000 years. I hate that guy so much. I hate Bernie Madoff so much. Not for what he did, because I don't care about the rich. I hope they lose their money. But no, for how he looked physically. Did he have to look so Jewish while he was doing that? He's already the image of a Jew that's in every redneck's paranoid mind's eye. Just some crook-nosed Jew on top of a pile of gold coins, swimming in it like Scrooge McDuck. Like, I'm gonna take the Gentiles' money. Like, I always trip out when I see somebody that so fully embodies a stereotype like Bernie Madoff did. Like, when you see a nerd who's actually wearing a pocket protector, like, they don't even make pocket protectors anymore. Believe me, I know. That guy had to go out and hand mold the plastic resin that fit into his nerdy little pocket. Or when you're driving in traffic and somebody cuts you off and you look into the car and it is, in fact, an Asian woman, you're like, are you kidding me? Are you serious? Are you seriously going to be Asian right now? There are people watching you. Have a little bit of self-respect and don't be Asian. Like, when I'm walking along and I see a quarter on the ground, I don't pick it up. It kills me not to, but I don't do it because there's people watching. There are people watching.
Yes, you don't want to reinforce the stereotype.
No. That's correct. You got
keep
it real.
Moshe Kasher is our guest.
I live in L.A. now. I live near Hollywood. I live across the street from a 99-cent store because comedy makes dreams come true.
Yes.
Yeah, they now sell a 99-cent pregnancy test. Have you seen that?
No.
Yeah. How bad does one's life have to be? Like, how far down the socioeconomic ladder do you need to flop before the 99-cent pregnancy test seems like a viable health option? The 99-cent pregnancy test when you kinda have to know. So I bought one. Yeah.
Well, why not?
Just to see what would happen. I peed on the little stick.
And?
Turns out I have hepatitis C. I caught it from the test.
Wow, cool.
Yeah, how about this, Bob? Red or black?
That would split it up. Black. It's a black card. Okay. Chick, would this be a club or a spade?
Club.
Club. See, look at this. See, we're narrowing it down. Now we're down to 13. Would you say a high card or a low card?
High.
High club. That'd be like 7 and up. All right, Tom.
Yes.
If it's a high club, it's a 7, 8, 9, 10, jack, queen, or king.
Okay, jack.
It's the jack of clubs.
Oh,
You'd
jack.
say this is pretty fairly chosen.
Now,
yeah?
you're not touching the cards.
I'm not touching it's been there the whole time.
The cards are sitting in a little box.
Jack of clubs.
Jack of clubs.
So when we drove in today, I was sitting in the car and I took one card out of the deck.
Right.
And I'll do this really, really slow. You can kind of let them know.
Justin is holding all of the
You'll
cards.
see one card in the deck is turned the opposite direction from all the rest.
Yeah.
One
Are you
card.
kidding me?
And that one card is...
The Jack. No way.
Okay. Get a card. Get this guy out of here.
Weird, right?
Hey, we're a witch. Hey, wait a minute. Where are my car keys?
Hey, can you fix Justin? We need a magician. Can you fix Chick's computer?
Witch! Oh my gosh, you're just in time, Justin.
It only plays Steve Miller. Yeah.
Are you kidding me?
Weird, right?
Yeah.
The reviews are in, and America can't get enough of Chick McGee's Silac commercial. Fanatical fans everywhere are even watching it in reverse. You know, this actually kind of makes sense. Truth is, you won't be finding any retirement checks in your mailbox until you first go back into your house and log on to SilacINS.com. At the Silac website, you'll even find a special link just for Bob and Tom listeners. Hey, hold on now. This part shouldn't be going backwards. There we are. It's SilacINS.com. Don't go backwards in retirement. Look forward to your retirement. Look into an annuity from Silac Insurance.
Matt Kirshen is with us in the studio, and Matt is from London, England.
Hello, Governor.
I never knew he spoke like that. I had no idea until I came over here.
You talk funny, don't you?
I've been doing it wrong for like over 20 years. Like, hello, how are you? I'm just a friendly chimney sweep. Cool, blimey, Mary Poppins. Let's have a tea party on the ceiling.
That's right.
The real joy of doing this, by the way, is I could do this impression in front of Americans, and half of you cannot tell the difference between my normal accent and the funny one. I know that because I've done that voice in the middle of gigs, and I could just be there going, hello, how are you? And they're like, I don't get this joke at all. I do not see what he's doing. He says some things in an English accent, and then he said some more things in an English accent. How is this comedy? Please explain to me.
Well, we're talking with Matt Kirshen. He is from London in the UK. Did you grow up in the city of London?
I grew up in the outskirts of London, yeah.
Mm-hmm. Suburbs, if you will?
Suburbs. Very suburban.
Scotland, yeah.
No, I love the cities they live in.
Here on Q95 in just a few minutes.
Liza!
Your hint is music free.
Welcome back to the Bob and Tom Show. We're in the O'Reilly Auto Parts studios. Think O'Reilly Auto Parts for all your car care needs. Get the parts and service you need fast from the professional parts people at O'Reilly Auto Parts. Christy Lee, Pat Godwin, Josh Arnold, Ace Cosby. Hey. We're all hanging around. I'm Chick McGee speaking. Hello. Oh, Tom, getting a good stretch this morning.
Yeah. We were discussing the auction, a bunch of Lincoln, I guess you'd call it memorabilia, including the bloody gloves that were in his pocket when he was assassinated by John Wilkes Booth.
Yeah, it's disgusting.
Morbid artifact.
But the gloves, his fingers look way too long, and I'm wondering, what was the name of the disease that he had?
Marfan syndrome.
And that he was extraordinarily
skeletal
tall.
Thing, yeah.
Yeah, then maybe that explains the weird-looking
He's
glove.
built like, it was 13, 14 inches.
Probably.
What was the
I think
famous?
it was like a chopstick, though.
Remember the famous? I think it was the Lincoln Douglas debates where he was accused of being two-faced, and he said something like, "If I had another face, do you think I'd be wearing this one?"
Oh, doing some stand-up, was he?
That won him the race.
Yeah.
That was it. That was it. Yeah.
That was known as the Two-Face.
That was his playing saxophone on Arsenio Hall.
That's
yeah. Once again, at the Silac Insurance News Desk, it's Christy Lee. A couple quick reminders. You can always reach us, Bob and Tom at bobandtom.com. We'd love to hear from you. Also, we have an app, and it's free. Download the Bob and Tom app. We would appreciate it. We can. There's some cool new stuff coming to the app.
Oh, really?
Oh, yeah. I can't tell you what it is.
Is it Liza?
We're really going in heavy with Liza.
What is it with Liza today?
We all love Liza.
Everybody, who doesn't love Liza?
Who doesn't like a comeback, you know?
Cabaret, old chum.
Jazz hands, everybody.
Come to the cabaret.
Also, you can check out stuff you might have missed on our YouTube channel.
Something's coming.
And find out about the... what are you doing, West? Liza never did a West Side Story, did she?
I don't know what song I was doing.
Tom, would you make love to Liza Minnelli?
I've never found her attractive in the slightest.
Even in Arthur's?
Not even in the... No, not even...
He doesn't like the pixie haircut. We all know that.
No, I've
sterile cuckoo?
Oh, that's a turd. No, I've never found her appealing at all.
That was my high watermark.
I had spunk then.
Whoa! Yikes! Damn it, Geisen!
Now there's a photograph of her.
Oh, boy.
Wow.
I couldn't tell if that was her or Paul Simon.
I couldn't tell if it was her or Paul Simon's ass.
That scared me.
Oh, love her.
Yeah, bless her.
Father time.
Hey,
It gets us all.
Yes,
Yeah, no one's exempt.
Nope.
I love my mama.
Unless you have a good plastic surgeon.
Well, I think she probably does, but
She chose not to use
yeah. Yes. That was Paul Simon. And he meant Paul Simon, the senator.
It looked with the bow tie. Yeah.
Okay, I'm sorry. We have a minimal amount of time. Let's just do one more story. What have you got over there?
What do you want to do, Tom?
I have less time than you think.
How about the Miley Cyrus? I thought that was kind of interesting.
Oh, yeah. Miley Cyrus has some regrets about her tattoos.
Oh, yeah?
We've all had a few.
Oh, I do, yeah.
Yeah. She told the New York Times she considers 80% of her tattoos a mistake.
Wow.
That she still thinks about.
80%?
Yeah. She goes, I love my dog, pointing to a tattoo of a pit bull on her right arm, but having a pit bull in every picture for the rest of my life is kind of intense. The Grammy Award-winning singer added that she doesn't regret them enough to laser them, but there are a few she could have done without.
I think people who get tattoos are just filthy individuals. You know that.
How many do you have?
9. But
now let me ask you this: yours are very well done. In fact, I had to ask you who your tattoo guy was last week.
Donnie Kizzy.
Donnie.
Donnie.
Best.
He's great.
Are there any of them you've either augmented or regret?
Definitely one, and I can't tell you which one because.
Okay, that's okay. But
there are many reasons.
I
don't want to upset the. Yeah.
Didn't your guy say he won't do on faces?
I know he would. I know he would have to be convinced to do it, but I don't think he would actually consent to do anything on anybody's face. He's hesitant to put names or anything on people. He doesn't care for that either.
Yeah, that can go wrong very quickly, right Pat?
Right.
Yes, it can go wrong in about 3 years, 4 years.
And remember that Pat and I we were in Louisville talking to this lady who is a tattoo removal artist. And she said the number one tattoo she removes, do you remember, Christy?
Wedding rings.
Wedding ring finger tattoos. And apparently that's extremely painful as that process
I
goes.
don't see those as much as I used to.
If I could go back, I would get this.
You have a feather on your forearm?
Feather, and put it on the match it on my other arm.
Oh, so they're the same?
Oh.
Yeah, because
those both look good. Those are nice.
Yeah.
But I mean, if you've seen Miley Cyrus is incredibly talented and is a great singer, I'll give you that. But
yeah.
Her arm looks like the wall of a Waffle House.
No kidding. I haven't really noticed, but wow.
Yeah, she's got some really hideous tattoos.
In your opinion?
In her opinion, she just said she's 80.
Are you saying Miley Cyrus is more talented than Liza?
Yes.
I think she's the Liza of our generation.
That is a bold statement.
I've always liked Miley. I have.
I do too.
Her songs are great. She's a terrific singer.
Well, here's a nice shot.
I think she's always been true to herself.
Yeah.
At that time of her life, you know.
But that's the problem with tattoos.
Right, exactly.
It changes.
Right.
Haywood Banks put it best. He said that when he was a man of a certain age, he had a pair of bell-bottom pants. He said, I'm going to wear these pants for the rest of my life. I love these pants. They're my favorite pants. He hasn't worn them in 60 years, I think.
I'd love to see Haywood in bell-bottom.
Yeah, there's Miley.
Okay, yeah, you're right. It is a very random sort of graffiti.
Yeah. With my limited knowledge of tattoos, that doesn't look like that would take that much to cover.
Well, it doesn't.
Get those get herself rid of those.
It almost looks like she played with an ink pen too much.
Yeah, it does. It looks like she doodled on her.
Look at those tattoos compared to that.
Right.
Yeah.
She's got like prison knuckles.
And
Right.
didn't Pete Davidson just get all his taken off?
Yeah, I think
He didn't have any on his face, though, did he?
But he had them on all over his fingers and hands.
I think they're
like
all gone.
Wow.
Well, thank you so much. We'd love to hear from you, Bob and Tom at bobandtom.com. We are in the O'Reilly Auto Parts Studios, and this is the Bob and Tom Show.